By the GIA, you can ask us any gemological question and we'll do our best to help.
We don't just sell gemstones.
We know gemstones.
That's why when you buy from us, you're buying with confidence. Buy your genuine gemstones from genuine accredited jewellery professionals.
Did you know that every individual gemstone in our Gems of Distinction collection goes through a 7-stage intricate process to get from the rough to a beautiful bead?
When shopping with Jewellery Maker, you can add as many items to your order in one day and only pay one postage and packaging charge. We have 2 delivery options. Standard delivery at just £2.95 and you'll receive your parcel within 4 to 6 days. Or opt for our premium delivery at just £4.95 and you'll receive your parcel within 3 to 4 days. Happy shopping with Jewellery Maker.
Hi Jewellery Makers, if you're a Freeview viewer, you can now continue to watch the show live by switching over to channel 64. Our brand new 24-hour channel is available to the majority of homes in the UK, so grab your remote now to make sure you don't miss a thing.
If you miss a Jewellery Maker show, then simply go to our YouTube page where you'll be able to find hours of Jewellery Maker footage. Search by show, date or type. Alternatively, search by guest designer by using our playlist page. You can also find hours of tutorials with handy hints and tips to give you inspiration. Our YouTube page is updated on a daily basis, so you can access any show at any time. Stay in touch with Jewellery Maker.
Hello everybody and welcome to Design Inspiration. How are you all doing today? Thank you so much for joining me. I have got real treats for you. I have a totally connoisseur strand coming up of a gemstone, which honestly when I said it to a lot of people here in the studio today, they were like, pardon, what? What? I have got 16 opportunities for you to own and a scene today. All of you connoisseurs out there, your ears have just gone bing like little Jack Russell. Yes, I have got that coming up for you, and guess what? I'm taking it under £40 today, and I don't mean by 5 pence. Not only that, I have got a brand new tool for you today, which actually you might have seen some of our guest designers using, but we've got your opportunity to own it today. I'll tell you a little bit more about that later on. I have got some stunning discounts on my kits. I've got over £15 worth on each kit to take off for you today, and that's made even more special when you know who my guest designer is. It is, I'm so happy to say, another one of our chain mail tutorials, and boy oh boy, honestly, I am not just saying it, I think the pieces that this wonderful woman has created today are the most standout I have seen so far. I cannot wait to share these with you. I am joined by the absolutely delightful, ridiculously talented Debbie Bulford!
Hello.
How are you?
I'm extremely well, thank you.
Good. Give us a little cluesies of what to expect today, please.
We have a silver kit and we have a gold kit, and they're both completely different but beautiful in their own right, and we are learning a new weave today.
I cannot wait for you all to see this, honestly. Have you done your homework? Have you? The 3 Byzantines, I'll remind you of yesterday, because those are going to come in very handy for you. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Honestly, I've already taken a selfie with one of them on this morning. That goes to show you how amazing they are. I cannot wait to share those designs with you. I've got loads of bundles. I've got a really great challenge for you as well. The price point is really spectacular too. Let's get started, shall we? I can't wait. I've got so many goodies for you today. I've got some opal as well. Let me show you these. Oh my goodness. Now, think about those tones of pearls that you've been seeing recently. Have you been seeing on like all the catwalks. It's been in all the high street stores, all the big names, you know, the huge ones. Dolce & Gabbana have had multicolored pearls. You've had Chanel with really bright multicolored pearls. And when I say multicolored pearls, I don't just mean a little kiss of colour. I mean impactful, almost kind of Moroccan style tones. Those are what you've been seeing in the high-end places, and that's what you've got the chance to own right now. Do you see the tones running through this? These are bright. They've almost got a bit of a Bollywood feel to them, a really warming Moroccan scent to them as well. Now, of course, you can have it stranded just as is, but if you wanted to, you have got the opportunity to create multiple pearl pieces with totally different colour tones. You've got your really rich, almost cashmere kind of blues. You've got the really deep, bold, festive reds. You've got these wonderful just kisses of green. Then you've got this turquoise colouring. Can you see how wonderful that is? You've got such a variety in this strand that you could use it as a whole, but of course you can use it individually. Guess what? I've already got triple buyers on this right now. Have you seen the size of these? 13 by 10 mil. That's meaning that Mother Nature, to create every single layer of nacre which builds these up, has taken around 13 years to create. I just need to let you know that there is a queue on the phone for this. I also need to let you know that the price point is spectacular. These are the gemstone tones, the organic tones that have been used this season by Dolce & Gabbana, by Chanel. Think about the prices you'd expect to pay for those pieces. A lot of the colours that have been brought to you with this organic in mind, with those big names, we've been pairing them with diamonds. Now that goes to show you, doesn't it? You wouldn't pair just any old thing with diamonds, but this organic, time and time again, we have seen has been used with diamonds this season, because as I've said many a times, and I'm sure you're all aware, this really is the organic of this year, and it's set to continue. I have got triple buyers already. Congratulations to telephone bidders and web bidders. I need to let you know something. To all of you who have already purchased this, good on you, because you know I'm going to take this to a shocking price. You know that I am. If you're happy to pay £20 for this, please get yourself on the phone lines now. This is my little heads up to you. £20 for around 13 years in the making is spectacular. The fact of the matter is, well done to all of you trusting in me. Thank you very much. You know I appreciate it. I like to give you heads up on things like this sometimes, because I think it's really important that if you love it and you want it, you get your hands on it. I don't want anyone to miss out, so let me bring that price in. Today, you couldn't buy a single ring in this colour for that price, anywhere near that price, from Dolce & Gabbana, from Chanel. You just couldn't. I'm absolutely astonished. Debbie B, I can't use my words. No. So it's best that you do.
That's really funny. Well, if anyone has been looking at the trends, fashion trends coming up this year and next year, you will know there's a lot of faux fur. Yes, there's a lot of brightly coloured, and a lot of blues, a lot of red furs, a lot of patchwork furs. And those are superb because they have the same sheen as the fur has a sheen and the pearls have got a sheen.
You're completely right.
So I think that will go really well with the next seasons. It's a lot of lot to do with textures and the top coatings of things. A lot of things have like a mother of pearl finish on them, and so this is perfect. Right. This will be perfect.
You're absolutely right, because another one that's huge for the season coming is silks, isn't it?
Yes, so it's that sheen again.
That sheen again. You're absolutely right. Truly, hands down, pearls have been one of your favourites this year. And do you know what? Actually, I would not be surprised if 2014 favourite gemstone organic, this would win for us. I wouldn't be surprised if it took Labradorite's crown this year, actually. I really wouldn't.
I agree with you, actually, because there is something about the pearls that are coming through now. I think because of the rarity coming up, I think people are now sort of stockpiling pearls because they are something to hand down to generation, I think. Absolutely.
Genuinely, you know, I've said to you before, I just need to let you know, I've got around 60% of my stock gone already on this today. Please check out your baskets. Yeah, just as basically that when Paula and Hannah Oxbury went to Hong Kong recently to go and get their hands on some new goodies for us for around the Christmas time and early next year time, they were absolutely shocked at how much the price has been hiked for pearls. So much so, in fact, that we've not really been able to get our hands on any. We've got loads of shell pearl coming up, which is wonderful, really nice. We've got loads of that coming up, loads of different colours, every single colour under the sun pretty much coming up for you in the next 5 or even 6 months. Just you'll see shell pearl, loads and loads of it, and it's a wonderful strand to be able to get your hands on. But if you want the real deal, if you want the pearls without the shell, then this is what you need to get your hands on. Okay, I need to let you know, I started off with over 100 of these. I've now got, well, I'm heading into my last chance saloon. I've got a foot in the door. I'm just getting off my horse outside. I'm strutting towards. What's your horse called, Debbie?
Oh, I don't know. I'll have to think of that.
Have a little think about that.
Yes, I'll have a think of that.
Yeah, have a little think. Mine's going to be called Potato Pearl. Talk about say what you see. It's written there in front of me. I'm in my last chance saloon. It's official. Congratulations to everyone who's got your hands on that. Ryan's is called Fred. That's not much better than Potato Pearl. What? Your dad's got a horse called Big Red, and then you've got another horse called Little Red. I love that. That's brilliant. Pete, you'll have a good horse name. Go on, Pete.
Mine's called Gemstone Trader.
Gemstone Trader. Oh my goodness. That is a show name, isn't it? That's a show pony, that is. I love it. I'm at the bar now, last chance saloon. That means I've got 20 or less coming up for you. Congratulations, everyone. I've got so many multi-buyers on this. I am actually going to have to move on because there's a little bit of a queue on the phone, but what I will say is do stay where you are on the phone because I will be with you. Well, I won't. I always say that. I'll be with you. I won't. I'm busy at the moment, but the call centre, the award-winning call centre, will be there with you. Are we going to do the challenge now, did you say? Oh, I love this challenge. I love this challenge. I can't believe it. I keep getting flashes of that Andersine. My heart's a flutter. And I've got some, just stop. Look at this. Speaking of beauty, your challenge, Debbie B.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Honestly, spectacular. This is a double trouble of amethyst for you. I've got here your faceted drops, and these are 80 carats worth, 10 by 6 mil, centre drilled. I've got to say, I adore centre drilled drops. For me, they're just so easy to work with. If you want to create yourself a drop pair of earrings, of course you can do it relatively easily, actually, with a top drilled. Of course you can. But sometimes if you haven't got quite the right wire or quite the right materials, and you know, you can't quite get the loop right on each one to make it look exactly the same, it can be a bit of a nightmare. Earrings for this, if you've got a head pin and shepherd's hook, you're done. You're done in moments. You just pop it through, you've got your drop earring right there. And especially when you've got something so highly faceted like this, it's just spectacular. And actually, quite a few of these are relatively opaque. So you wouldn't even be able to see necessarily that head pin dropping through if you kind of wanted almost that floating effect. You could get that with these. It is a beautiful kiss of colour on these. Touching on the Rose de France, because there is definitely elements of pinks just knocking in the background of this. I've also got for you, now if you're going to be creating say a drop pair of earrings or a drop necklace, one thing that I'm sure a lot of you will want to pair with that is a round, and I have got a strand of rounds for you here. They're both amethyst, but the colour palette is so different. Almost touching on the Zambian tones in this one. Look at the depth of the hue. The saturation in a lot of these is wonderful. You have got 55 carats worth of this. These are your 5mm rounds. The odd number of sizing that we've been bringing to you very, very recently is literally down to you. That's down to us listening to you, the customer, because a lot of you were messaging us in kind of at the back end, back-end-ish of last year saying, we love all of the even number sizes, but it'd be great to just have a few odd number sizes. So we, do 2mm, 4mm, 6mm, 8mm, continuing. But you wanted something just with a mil difference. Now it doesn't sound like a lot, but boy oh boy it is, isn't it? Especially when you pair it next to a 4mm and then there's a 5mm, you can get this gorgeous effect. Especially if you do one of another, you can just create this undulating effect. It really doesn't sound like much, just a mil in it, but trust me, if you've not got any of the odd numbers yet, now's your opportunity to. The price point is going to be astonishing. So 5mm, 55 carats, paired with your centre drill drops. Look at how spectacular that is. I am in awe of this colour palette. It's wonderful to be able to work with the same gemstone in two completely different forms. Realistically, you couldn't actually get that much more different, could you? You've got a highly faceted compared to a plain. You've got these beautiful drops compared to your rounds. The colour palette going from almost a Zambian tone of deep, rich regality to this ever so light, almost Rose de France kiss of lavender. It's the same gemstone, but realistically, they're so different. They're bold within their own right, and they're both completely stunning. Double trouble. The price should be under £10. Oh my goodness, get on the phone please. £7.95. Not each, because they almost should have been. They should have been just over £6 each, shouldn't they? Should have been just over £6 each, because it was over £12. It was £12.90. So it should have just been over £12 each, £6 each. Today, for an extra £1.95, you're getting 2 strands. £7.95. You buy one, you get the other strand for £2 pretty much. What do you think of that price point, honestly, Debbie?
Just ridiculous, actually. I mean, that is an absolutely no-brainer. I would get that straight away, because the two different colours. What amazes me about Mother Nature, she can produce amethyst, but in two completely different ways.
Yeah.
Just fascinating. And you're right about the rounds, actually. It's nice to have a different size.
Yeah.
For people that do beading, it's nice to have something that fits in with everything else. And as a new jewellery maker, I think I would feel happier, as you said, making earrings, drop earrings, than trying to do the top drilled.
Yeah.
Because some people are very scared of doing that in case they crack
I'm one
or
of
what have you.
those. I'm one of those.
They're perfect.
And again, of course, you can then still create, say, the drop necklace style just by suspending the head pins from your neck chain.
That's right.
From your necklace.
That's right.
Really easy way, actually, if you are new, of creating a necklace with a matching earring set.
Yes.
Really simple. Just have, say, a piece of bead in thread or whatever you want to thread onto, and then maybe do a lot of the rounds, and then just as your centerpieces on a few head pins, just drop these off. Really, really simple. You could have shorter ones, longer ones. You could go crazy with it, couldn't you? But it's a really nice starting place. And I think it's beautiful as well that you can say your necklace is made purely of amethyst, because if you're going to sell it or if you're going to give it as a gift, it's a name that people recognize. It's February's birthstone, and it's also Pisces as well, isn't it? The star sign Pisces, it's their horoscope gemstone as well. It's your double trouble offer. I can't get over that. I would be more than impressed, and I thought we were actually. I thought we were gonna go to $9.95, and I would have been more than impressed with that price. But at $7.95, like you say, it's really a bit of a no-brainer.
It is really, and I think it's the one thing that you have in your craft store that people will trust.
Yeah.
Because they know what amethyst should look like,
Yeah.
so they think, okay, yeah, I recognise that. So it's going to be one of those things that sells itself, really.
Absolutely, agree with that. Ideas?
I'm in the middle of doing a little pendant because I've been very naughty and cheated and started. I just wanted to try and use the two together somehow, so I'm just playing at the moment.
Just having a little play. Oh, I like. And do you know what? At £7.95, you could play all day with these, because it doesn't really matter if something goes wrong. You've got loads there. It's $7.95. Have the time of your life, love.
But if it goes wrong, you just cut it up, you start again.
Start
That's a
again.
good thing with gemstones.
Yeah, which I love. I love
Great.
that. It really is. And actually, it's a funny thing about gemstones, I think, as well. I don't know if this is just me, but when I'm making things, and I have, you know, I've got a background in making memory books and photo albums and that sort of thing, so I've got lots and lots of, say, plastic gems and plastic beads and things just in my stash. And sometimes I think I actually waste more money with the plastic than I do with genuine gemstones, because if I mess something up with genuine gemstones, boy oh boy, I'm cutting it up and starting something again, and I'm making something nice.
Right.
But with plastic, I just can't be bothered, really. Oh, the amount of plastic, money-wise, that I've probably thrown away or just not used because it hasn't gone quite right.
But you're right there,
Crazy.
actually.
It's crazy. And the fact of the matter is, as well, I have bought plastic beads for more than this price point on 2 strands of genuine gemstones. I've spent way more on a small selection than that. What a muppet. I have got way over half my stock gone, £7.95. We will be back with the lovely Debbie B later on to have a little look what she has been playing about with. Oh, is this my faceted rondelles? I've not seen, possibly ever, a strand of black spinel that depicts what black spinel is. Okay, bear with me. So black spinel, we know, has a really stunning luster to it, doesn't it? Do you know what, actually, the best way for me to explain it to you is for me to show you it and then show you a piece of rough. So let me show you, I'll just show you one to give you an idea. So this is one of the graduate strands. Now, if I just turn it on its side, can you see as it catches the light, it's almost got kind of a metallic glisten to it, hasn't it? It really has. It's much clearer to the eye than it is to you at home. But it's almost got a really metallic look. And this is exactly the look you get from it in rough form. This is a picture of the rough form for you. That's how it's grown in the rough. Can you see that sheen, that luster? That's exactly what is depicted in this. Now that is a picture of the rough of this gemstone, the black spinel. And the name spinel apparently comes from the Latin word spina, which is to do with thorns. It means thorns, and that's due to the fact that in the rough you can see it does look thorn-like. It's almost got these kind of rose-bush thorn effects to it, hasn't it? It's a really unique gemstone for the way in which it is formed. But I'm absolutely adoring that the luster you're seeing on that picture in front of you, you've got on this. Sometimes with black spinel, they're so small, it can be quite tricky to see. You haven't got that issue with these at all. You've got some huge sizes, all the way up to 11 by 3 mil. And I'm just thinking straight away for the centre ones, for me, how beautiful would they be? Again, head pin, really easy, head pin through, back of a toggle clasp, pair of cufflinks. Because their button size would be just perfect. And it has got almost that kind of submetallic luster to it, which I think can be, you know, it can be quite strong and quite bold. It can cross over, can't it? Be very feminine, but very masculine as well. These are a beautiful shape, aren't they? These are your graduated saucers. I absolutely adore the fact that you have got that natural organic luster to these. I think it is exceptional. I personally haven't seen it so clearly on any strand of black spinel before. Now it is spinel, of course, so it's one of the best known gemstone strands. It is one of the most sought after gemstones as well. There's such variety. I'm going to take this under £15. Your price today is under 10. Ah! It's £8.95 for you today for the size of these, for that stunning luster, for the faceting that has been created around the outside of these. And that facet as well, may I point out, it's almost got a bicone feel to it, which I don't know if you'll be able to see or not. But there's just a facet on each side, and then you've got this really strong edge running around it. It is exceptional for you to behold. It truly, truly is. That gorgeous, unique luster, that high name of spinel, that really careful faceting, that really highly polished flat surfaces on the two sides of this kind of button detail to it. All of that for £8.95 is unimaginable almost. It truly, truly is. I wonder if you can have a look at the facets. It's going to be hard to show you, to be honest, just because they are so detailed. But you've got, they meet in the middle, so you've got a really strong edge to these. They have an undulating effect to them. I can't get over this strand, honestly. It really is exceptional. I think you're all adoring this today. £8.95 for 80 carats of your black spinel. Okay, we're going to do your kit already. You ready? I know.
No.
I know. Time flies, doesn't it?
It does.
Okay, I have got for you now the wonderful kit. Debbie. Can we have a little look at one of your pieces, please?
Oh, you can.
Please. Can we show him that one that I had on before, please?
That one?
Yeah, that one I had a selfie with. Oh my gosh, oh my god. Okay, I'm going, the price of this kit, I'm going to tell you, it's going to have over £15 off. Over, I don't mean by a pound, over £15 off. The price of this kit, I would hasten to guess, you would actually sell this for double the price of the kit. And there's loads more made from this. Just please feast your eyes on this. Oh my giddy Aunt Sally. It is so, do you see now, ladies and gentlemen, why as soon as he came in, Debbie's getting everything else out, everyone else is looking, I'm just going, Debbie, can I try this on please? Getting my phone out, taking a selfie. Do you see how exceptional that you have the chance to make this? And oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see how it's all created, so I will dive straight in. You've got loads of quite unusual things in this actually, Debbie B. For example, your backing foundation.
Yes.
Talk to me about this.
Well, I just think sometimes to try and get chainmail to fit around a cabochon, which I know I've done before, and people find it quite difficult at home to do it. So I just thought this is probably an easier way to put chainmail around a cabochon, but actually cheat a little bit.
I love that. That's good.
You know?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, does it?
No.
So we'll have a look how to do it.
We'll have a little look at how to do this. And also, of course, if you do soutache, then you'll want to get your hands on this anyway. It's a huge piece of your backing. And we did let you know, cabs. You've got the cabs in here. Oh, wow. Oh, I know you can't see this, but please get this home because the quality of this amethyst is absolutely immense. The way the light plays through it is so exceptional. You have got here your two cabs. So you have got the fancy jasper, 15 carats worth. Both of these cabs are 25 by 18 mil. And you've got 15 carats worth of your amethyst. They are beautiful, aren't they? serious quality on these, and do you know what, a really great size, because obviously we've used the amethyst in this neck piece, but also for me that is a perfect size for a really standout ring if you wish to do that as well. So we've got the 2 cabs. You're also going to be getting a selection of your jump rings. So these are your, well, they're described as white saw cut. I'm saying they're more silvery colouring.
They're more like a matte silver, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. So you've got 100 of these lovely anodised aluminium jump rings, and these are your 5mm, 100 of those. You've also going to be getting more jump rings, of course. You do get loads of jump rings. You're going to be getting silver-plated copper jump rings. You've got 200 of the 5mm, 200 of the 6mm, and 200 of the 7mm. So 200 of each. You've got 5mm, 6mm, 7mm. So 200 of each of these sizes you're going to be getting. Silver-plated copper.
They're lovely.
Wow.
They shine absolutely beautiful. We use these in the workshops, and they just shine beautifully, just like solid silver.
Yeah, they really do.
They look absolutely stunning.
They really are beautiful. I actually had to kind of double check them, because that high shine, because it's got that beautiful silver plating over the top. It really is just wonderful. And in fact, guess what? I've got some 925 jump rings coming up for you in a bit. Ooh, rose gold. Ooh. I've also got in the silver a whopping 100 meters worth of your 0.4 in the silver tone as well. And then I've got 2 exceptional strands. Gosh, this Prehnite. Wow. Wowza, wowza, wowza. Wow. Prehnite with amber-like inclusions. You've even got some that look like leaves, you've got some that look like ferns. It's absolutely amazing. This is a really beautiful, highly faceted strand of your wonderful Prehnite, and your carat weight is 85 carats. These are 6mm rounds. I absolutely adore the hue of these. That is a really gentle hue, but made more impactful by those interesting inclusions. Each one absolutely unique. This is one of those strands that, for me, much like Opal, gives me interest at every look. Every time I'm moving this, my eyes are drawn to a different stone, to a different area of the stone. I'm seeing just different sparkles of colour. I'm seeing different areas, different shards internally within this. So you do the same at home. Take a look at just one and then see, you know, what kind of catches your eye in that one. Oh my gosh, that one near the Middle East screen there, doesn't that almost look like sort of modern art on that one? But then the one next to it, if I move that across there, that one looks like a leaf, doesn't it? The one near the centre there. Every single one of these is giving you something completely different. I just think it's one of those gemstones that you'll go, oh, I like that. Oh, hello. It's one of those strands, you know, sometimes when you're making something and you'll pick out, you know, your 3 favourite from that, you'd have an hard time doing it with this, to tell you what. You'd also have an hard time not falling in love with these. Take a little look. Love this kiss of colour. Love this kiss of colour. Lilac. 6mm you've got on these shell pearls. Really gentle kiss of warmth to them. And I actually really like the fact, I know we've been saying it quite a bit recently, haven't we? Because I was quite shocked the first time I heard it. Green and lilac together. Sounds weird. Look. It works. And I suppose I shouldn't have been that shocked. We always say, don't we? Green, Mother Nature's colour. Stems are generally green, leaves are generally green, and you do get beautiful lilac and pink bursts of blooms, don't you? Look how beautiful they are together. Love it. So, you got these 2 strands. You've then got 100 meters of your 0.4 in the silver. You're going to be getting 100 of those anodized aluminium, described as white. Me and Debbie are saying matte silver. You're also going to be getting 200 of the 0.5 mil jump rings, 200 of the 0.6 jump rings, and 200, 0.6, you know what I mean, 6 mil jump rings, and 100 of the 7 mil jump rings. Come here, you. I'm determined to balance you. Perfect. You're also going to be getting your 2 cabs, 15 carats worth of your fancy jasper. That's not going to stay there, is it? Come on, jasp. Nope. And you've got your amethyst as well, 15 carats. And then a whopping sheet of your backing. And this is the larger size one that we do, isn't it? This is the 8.5 by 11 inch one. Your price should be £47. Of course it should. You've got 2, 4, 6, 700 jump rings. You've got 100 metres worth of wire, 2 cabs and 2 strands with a backing. I told you it'd be more than £15 off. I will not let you down, you know that. £22 and 5p saving. It's £24.95 today. That's what I said. That's what I meant when I said I would be more than happy to pay double that price for just this one piece. I would be more than chuffed to pay double that price for just this one piece. Way more than that, in fact. In fact, if Debbie said to me, oh, you can have this for £50, I'd be like, oh, mates rates, get in. Love that. It's stunning though, isn't it? I cannot get over this price point. And you know what else I love about this? Are you brand new to chainmail? Have you actually not had a chance to catch up on the other ones that we've been doing sort of once a month recently? That doesn't matter at all with this, does it? Because we're going to be, you've got the opportunity to look back on YouTube and have a look back at those tutorials, because you've actually got so many jump rings in here. You've got the opportunity to make some of the ones that we've taught you from the very beginning. Of course, we're going to do step-by-step tuition today, so you'll be able to join in. But also, if you have a go at chainmail and perhaps chainmail isn't for you, that's not a problem. Take apart what you've made. You've got loads of jump rings, which, let's face it, you need for pretty much every medium anyway. You can, you know, of course, bake a lot of these into things like your polymer. You can use them with different metal clays. You can use them just with beading thread and just with your usual stranding. You've then got your backing fabric if you are interested in or wanted to have a go at soutache and have always fancied it. You've got that as well. All of this is mixed medium. That's an example of your soutache there. All of this is mixed medium. You've got wire in there as well. So if you do want to wire work yourself a beautiful little cab ring or a cab necklace, then you absolutely can. You've got your weaving wire there. If you're a wire worker, I'm sure you'll have plenty of the more sturdy stuff at home. 0.4 is one that we use up the most because it is often used as a weaving wire. All of this is multifunctional. All of this. I've got loads of you. You've gone off my screen. Congratulations, lovely ladies and gentlemen, for getting your hands on what truly is totally bargainacious, but really does just span pretty much every medium I can think of in one way or another. It really, really does. It's a stunning saving. You're almost saving more than you're spending, aren't you? It's got to be about percentage off. I won't ask you to do the percentage again, don't worry, because it took, how long did it take yesterday? It took a good 27, 28 minutes yesterday for us to work out the percentage. But it's got to be close to 45% off, hasn't it? It's got to be. Let me bring this. Hello, love.
Hello.
I'm too excited. I can't get over these pieces. You've outdone yourself.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, it was Pip who put this together, and he did send me some pictures, and I've sort of used those as inspiration. So he put it together, and I think it's fabulous.
It's a beautiful
fabulous
little
colours.
Selection you've created, and I love how you've done this kind of cameo style.
Well, yeah, I just wanted to do something completely different. I just wanted to do something not just for those people that have done chainmail for years and years and years, but for those people who want just starting it today.
Yeah.
So the piece of jewellery that Becky's just shown you is one level really, but then I've done one really simple cab, and anyone can do it. Anyone can do it at all. Bit of a cheats way, but anyone can do it.
Hey, We like that.
Yeah.
We like that. And I think you'll be really interested to see how we've used this backing.
Yes.
Because, of course, on the one you're looking at now, we've used it in maybe a traditional way.
Yep.
But then you've used it in bracelet and earring pieces, but not to create a bangle, to create a really beautiful statement piece.
Well, see, I started off by actually taking a strip of this backing and I studied it. I used on the hole punch, you know, got for the leather, and put the rings around and put it around my wrist, and I thought, are people going to like that? I would probably like it, but I don't know. So I ended up cutting it up. So that's actually the bracelet I made originally, and I cut all the eyelets out. And I thought, what am I going to do with those now? But anyway.
I love that though, because sometimes
things.
Imagination comes from...
I know, but you can make just strips, you know, for kids. Imagine just putting lots and lots of holes in this and putting different coloured jump rings around the holes, and that's the bracelet.
Really cool.
For kids, you know, and it's washable. So
perfect.
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect.
There you go.
Oh my goodness. I'm trying to work out how long it'll be until I put this on. That's literally what I was thinking then. Where are we going to start?
Where do you want to start? Because I can do as many demos as you want, depends how much time we've got. We can do the cab. We can do...
Yep. Should we start off with the cab?
Should we start off with the simple
cab, so great for beginners, and then we'll take the steps up.
All right, okay.
Fabulous.
So, what you do first is, that's with using this wire, and we're going to use a tiny little bit of the backing that I've cut out the size of the cab. So if I move those into the centre, and I'm going to do a little frame first of all.
Okay.
So to do that, we need some round nose pliers. And I'm not a wire worker, as you know, so if I can do it, anybody can do it. Cut off a length of wire, a little bit more than you think you're going to need. And start off by, I put a mark on my pliers so I knew exactly that every single circle was going to be the same. So I put a little mark on my pliers at home, just literally did a twist and then twisted it around. So then you've got a circle, okay? And do that all the way along at about every 5 mil along your wire. So make a little circle and then twist that circle. So you end up with a row of circles like that, all right? Until it fits around the cab.
Okay.
All right. When you've got a row of circles that fit around your cab like so, all I did was I put it on top and made sure that they made little frames. See how they just frill around the edge? Okay. And then I twisted the two ends together at the top, and that I then made into a little loop to thread my chain through. So once you've got to that level, you start to put your jump rings. So you put one jump ring through every 2 circles. So there's a jump ring through those 2, and a jump ring through these 2, and a jump ring through those 2. So then you have a little sort of tambourine sort of looking thing, okay?
I actually like that, just a pendant.
It does.
That's really cute.
Now, this is really a trick how to do this. It's ever so simple. Hold this upside down.
Okay.
Okay? Hold it upside down so the jump rings, actually the other way up. That's better because I've bent them forward. So the jump rings hang down. See that? They hang down.
Yeah.
Take the back of your cab, and with this put a little bit of very strong glue that's very super.
Okay.
You know the stuff I mean?
No.
No, right. And you literally just put that over the top. Let it sit over the top. You see how the rings actually feed around the edge? If I do that, if you can sort of have a look, that sort of goes around the edge, yeah?
Yeah, I see.
All right. And then when they all go around the edge like so, and it is stuck quite firmly, you just take your circle of backing, put that on the back, and that holds all those rings in place. So when you come to use your cab, you've then got this lovely circle all around the edge like a bezel of jump rings, and that's it. So can you pass that the one down there, the green one?
That's it.
That's it. You just make a loop on the top, and the backing sheet, if you can see, because it's been stuck, just holds all of the jump rings in place, and that's now stuck to the cage that's on the back of wire that you don't really see on the front. All you see is a row of jump rings and a little bit of wire in between. Yeah? Get that? Simple, easy, anyone can do that. With a bit of glue, that's all. Okay?
That is one of the quickest things to do.
Ever so simple.
That is so simple.
Really simple. So I'm not a wire worker, so I have to look at things how to do it really simply and easily.
That's really clever.
So that's one, okay? So that's literally a frame.
Really,
In fact, I'll take
really
photographs of
clever.
these when I get home and see if you can put them on my Facebook, and then you can see how to do it.
That's brilliant. Have we worked out a percentage, boys and girls? They've literally just trying to be doing my maths.
Have they?
Yeah. It's not. It's not. They're saying 51% off, but it's not. Because, no, because, yes, I understand that you've got a calculator in front of you. But if it was 51% off, then that would, because you've got £22, what saving? £22 and 5p off. So if it was half price, that would mean that the price would have to be £22 and 8p. Even Pete's nodding. Even Pete's like, yes, she's definitely right. I'm going to go for, it's over 45% off today. It is, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
I think that's astonishing because I know that this didn't take very long, and actually it's quite a useful question, I think. You know, with chainmail, we say when you price it, you've got to think about the time that's put into it. Now, that didn't take that long to
and
do.
you think how much of a backing sheet that took. You could get hundreds out of that backing sheet.
You really could.
You really could. And in fact, you could almost do like a, a nice collar and put lots of cabochons and things all over it.
So I do know you hate the question, but
how much would you sell it for?
Yeah.
I would probably sell that for at least £10–15, depending where you were going to put it on show, if not more, depending how much the cabochon is.
Yeah.
Don't know how much the cabochon is.
Yeah, got you. Get you. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think that's absolutely wonderful. I think that is a wonderful, wonderful piece. I love it. Right, where are we going to next?
Next is the next step up for the cab.
Okay.
Okay, next step up for the cabochon. Right, this next one is a little bit more involved for those of you who want to do something a little bit more intricate to go around the cab. It does cover more of the cabochon, that's the only thing. I quite like the simple one, but anyway, I'll show you something a bit different.
Oh, I've just been asked to put it on. All right, fine. You've got to listen to the people in your ear.
Can I put it on for you?
Yes, please. Oh, I feel even more regal now.
Right.
Oh my gosh, I do feel like a princess. Oh my goodness.
It's just twisted a bit, madam.
How much would you charge for this one?
Or at least £30–40, if not more, actually.
More,
depending where you sell. If you've got an outlet that sells, top grade jewellery, probably 60+, but it depends where you sell.
Stunning.
That might be better, actually, a bit tighter, but that's really nice.
This, and you've got the extension chain on the back actually, which is it's quite unusual to have with chainmail, I think, for some reason.
Yeah.
But it Helena's just said in my ear, your posture has completely changed. You're kind of stood up more now. It does make you feel that way, though.
It does. I mean, you can wear it as a choker, or you can wear it further down. You can wear it however you want, really.
Wonderful. So let's get started on this beautiful piece.
Lady B. Lovely.
I feel like I need a crown.
Right, I've done these in different jump rings. I've done them in larger jump rings and different colours, so you can see how to do it, because in the small one, this is a bit difficult to see when they're the same colours. So, I have used the largest of the silver jump rings and the smallest of the silver jump rings that you get in this kit.
Okay.
And I have done a pattern of 1 large and 3 small, 1 large and 3 small. Okay?
I see.
So that's the first part of the pattern.
So the green one represents the largest.
Yes, it
just
does.
so it's easy.
I'll put that down on my tile so you can see that one.
Okay.
That's the first step. The second step, you can see if I hold that one up again, that I have added 2 rings on the small ones either side of the large. Can you see that? So they hang down, and then I've actually pulled them together with a 3rd jump ring, and I've done that all the way around. I've used 6 of these large ones.
I see. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
That's the second step. All right, I'm going to pop that down on my tile. And again, I'll see if I can photograph these when I get home. I never thought about doing that. And the last thing that you do, this may be a bit confusing, is this one. Now, if I hold this up by that, can you see? No, probably not. I have taken the rings that are attached either side of the green ones.
So that first 3 we put on.
The 3 here are the ones you've just seen.
The ones we've just put on, yeah.
Right, the second on every green one I've pulled together with another small one.
I can see that now.
Can you?
Yeah, because where that triangle was, if you had 3 down triangle, it's the middle one, isn't it, that you're taking? It pulls
I'll see if I can do some 3D pictures when I get home. Whoops, sorry, drop that. So I shall take some photographs, see if I can get some of my 3D thing up. I haven't had time this week, but I will do. So that's what you do, and then you put that around your cabochon, which I'll show you. I'm going to drop that under my tile now. Put that to one side, and here is the cabochon, and here is what I've just shown you, but in silver. All right, that fits around the cab like so. Now, to make that fit, what I've done is I'm going to put my hand on top and just twist it over. I put on a piece of the backing sheet on the back. Didn't glue this one. It's held in by itself, sort of thing. And then I use the wire to go around every other. I use it as a needle going through the felt to go along every other ring. Now, if I can show you Becky's, it's probably easier if I show you the back of Becky's, and I haven't covered it deliberately. Can I just show you the back of there?
Yeah.
Can you see here that I have, my glamorous assistant, I have stitched in between every other ring. And then I've just got my pliers and twisted it to tighten it, and it's pulled it to the back.
So that's kind of made it taut, hasn't it?
Yeah. Now I would, if I was doing this to sell, I would then cover that with another piece of backing, but I didn't because I wanted to show you how I'd done it. And that is just then held together. What I've done is put a little bit of glue just around the edge where the backing is, to then sort of drip it between the backing and the gemstone, just to stick it together to make sure that the wire doesn't go anywhere at all, but the front has not got any glue on it. The front is it moves quite a lot. So that is the easiest way, again, to do your chainmail, because I know people had a problem with the last one that I did because it didn't actually hold in place unless you've got them perfect.
Okay, yeah.
So because all the gemstones can be just a millimetre out, and then it can make a difference with the jump rings. So that is the easiest way to do it. Do your design on top of your lovely gemstone, and then put a backing sheet underneath, and you can sew it almost with either thread or with the wire, and then it's nice and firm, and then you can then almost sew a jump ring onto the back, ready for it to attach to your necklace. And then the necklace is made using a European 4-in-1 weave, which I know we've done lots and lots and lots of times.
Yeah.
I can demonstrate it now, or I can demonstrate it in the next kit, because we've got some in the next kit, depends what you want to do.
Wonderful. Whichever one you think you've got.
I don't know, I'll do it in the next kit, I think, because it'd be easier then.
Brilliant. Okay.
Right, so that is the 2 cabochons, and we'll show you how to do the European 4-in-1 in the next one.
So this is the section here, isn't it?
Now the one thing that I wanted to show you, which I don't think I've done before, is the, which I've done occasionally on workshops and people have found it really useful, is the weave that's in between the black and silver, and actually it's on the earrings as well.
Okay.
And that's called a feasible knot.
A feasible knot?
Feasible knot.
Okay.
And the reason people like it is it's one of those standalone chainmail links. A lot of chainmail you can't break to put stones in the middle because it's a continuous weave.
Yeah.
But a feasible knot is a standalone knot that you can make up lots and lots of. Leave them, if you've got jump rings left over, leave them in a little jar or something, and as and when you've got leftover gemstones, you can then put them onto your chainmail links.
That's brilliant.
Or you can use them on the top of pendants, or like I've done, just on an earring or on the extender chain. It can just look really lovely. These are slightly too large that I've done these in, but so you can see the weave. I've done them in the middle size. They really need to be done in the tiny ones, but they're difficult to see on air. So I'm going to show you with my trusty shower curtain rings.
Yes, I wondered when these were coming out, Debbie.
How to do it. So this is an 8-ring weave. So you need 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. So that's 8 rings. So you need to put 2 onto 2 onto 2 onto 2. All right. The idea of this is to be able to take one from the outside and one from the top, and then you join the opposite, so you form a knot in the middle. So this is what I'll show you what to do. Take one from the bottom and put a ring through. One from the bottom, like so. Whoops. Okay, one from the bottom and one from the top.
Do they have to be on the same side?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do really, yes. And then when I hold that, you'll find that there's one hanging further up than the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take your ring and push that through the 2. Difficult with your shower curtain rings. That is it. That is a feasible knot, and you should have 2 double rings in the middle, 2 singles, and then 2 singles on the outside. And that, if it's in a really tight weave, it looks like it's just been knotted. It looks like wire that's just been knotted, and that is a really useful sort of weave, ever so simple to do.
That's really simple.
To use individually on necklaces, and I've seen it done with graduating thicknesses of wire and had a big knot at the front and then going to a really fine one at the back. It looks lovely, done in different colours as well, looks really stunning. So that is a really simple one to do. So it's an 8-ring weave, take one from the bottom, one from the top, one from the bottom, one from the top, and that's it. How simple is that?
So to create that whole knot, you're actually only using 10 jump rings, is it?
Yeah, 10 jump rings. And you end up having this little knot, which is there, which is just, that's actually too big, as I say. Usually it's done with quite tiny rings and it looks like it's been knotted, but it's easier for you to see. But it's just quite effective. I think it's really effective.
Really wonderful.
Right, so what else have we got on there? At the end, I've turned the bracelet around because I've done some little bead caps. Now I know we've done these before, but I know I've been asked how to do them, and that is literally a string of 6 or 8, depending on the size of your bead, jump rings, tiny jump rings, and just literally used as a bead cap. You could not get simpler. So please think about using your rings in a different way. Think about using them not just for chainmail links and chainmail jewellery, but think about just use them as bead caps, as bezels. Think about using them in a completely different way, and I think you'll look at jump rings in a completely different way. I really do.
Absolutely agree with that. And speaking of jump rings, actually, I've got the opportunity for you to get your hands on them now. Some more jump rings. You've got loads in here. Again, it's your copper-plated silver. And then I've also got your chain nose pliers coming up. Please don't forget for me, I've got a new tool coming up for you, which looks very similar to this. Very similar there, the new one's in a bit. So you've got the selection of jump rings. Now let me just get the sizes up for you. Let me get my tweezies. Bear with.
I've got some here if you want some of mine.
Oh, you say it now, I'm over here.
Sorry, they're out of market. I was thinking I've got special ones. Oh, right.
Oh, they're the good ones then. So let me show you these one at a time. I just want you to get the real high shine effect of these.
Oh, lovely.
So these ones are your 6mm again, like we had in the pack before. 200 of these. So this is a great little stash topper-upper. Maybe you've already got the pack and you think, oh my gosh, I've seen this beautiful design. I really want to make a few of them. You're going to need a fair few jump rings. Actually saying that, how many jump rings is my necklace now? My necklace that I'm wearing?
Oh, I don't know. I'll have to work it out. I graduated it because I started off with the large jump rings, and then halfway round I went to the medium size and then to the small. So it gets smaller as it goes to the back of the neck.
It does, which is beautiful. So about how many do you know you've used? I'll let you have a little think. So you've got 200 of the 6mm. These ones here, now they are the copper open jump rings. Sterling silver, that beautiful silver plating over the top of these, it's gorgeous. You've then also got, so they've got the 7mm and you've got the 6mm for you as well here. Again, 200 of these.
That's the outside diameter, by the way.
Yes, outside diameter on the 7mm and 6mm. Don't forget with chainmail, it's quite important to have the internal diameter.
It is, and I have got it written down somewhere, and I shall find it in a second and tell you.
Okay, cracking.
About 350.
About 350.
Yeah.
Of the 2 different sizes, obviously.
3 different sizes, actually.
3 different sizes.
I don't know how, when you take it off, I will, if you take it off, when.
Sorry, what?
I will add it up for you and let you know.
All right, okay. Do you want me to take it off now?
No,
and I'll let you?
We can do if you want to. Shall I?
Well, no, I don't want to. That's a silly thing to say, isn't it?
You can have it back in a minute.
So anyway, so we'll count up those for you, but it does make a quite important point. If you say that takes 350, let's just work it out randomly to be just over 100 of each. If it was, we'll work it out for you. But from that kit, you'd be able to make 2 of these quite comfortably and have a few left over. But if you want to make yourself more than that, you need to get your hands on this, because essentially with these and that kit, you'd be able to make yourself 4 of that one necklace and still have some left over. So this is a great little stash top up. You've then also got your chain nose pliers. Now these are really important with a lot of jewellery making needs. You may well already have, say, our small toolkit. which is a great little start off point. But if you want to get into those real little nooks, those real little crannies, those real little intricate pieces, do you ever find sometimes when you're trying to close something off and you're kind of like, oh, you can't quite get in there, or you go to squidge, you know that technical term, squidging the wire? You know, when you squidge it, and sometimes your chain nose pliers are so big you can't quite get in there, can you?
No, they're ideal actually. It's, quite often when people make chainmail bracelets, they can't close the jump ring perfectly enough because they're worried about dropping the rings. So I always say to them, get the rings closed, and you can go along your bracelet when you've finished it and tidy them up with pliers like that, because you can get right into the rings.
Yeah, get right in there into those nooks. Can I borrow the normal chain nose pliers actually? This is from the kit, isn't it?
Yep.
Let's just see. So this is from your usual your kit. Obviously this is from the zebra one that we used to have. But can you see how much precision there is on these ones? And if I show you them nose by nose as well, can you see how much more of a point the black ones come to? They really, really, really do. They're so much more streamlined, which is perfect for this type of working. And actually, as we said as well, if you don't have the jump ring opener, 2 chain nose pliers.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If you've got one already, if you've got a pair already, great for your jump ring. So, I've already got people buying this. Let's get your price in, shall I? Should be £14.85. Of course, you've got 400 jump rings and you've got the plating. Say that again. You're having a giraffe. I'm going under 10. Under 10.
With the pliers?
With the pliers. £7 and 85 pence.
Oh my giddy aunt.
I have seen, genuinely, in that very well-known shop,
so have
chain nose pliers that are kind of the precision ones like this for £10.
Yeah, and the rest.
And the rest, yeah. Oh my gosh, I cannot get over that.
Right, this necklace I've just counted up. There's 120 of the large, 100 of the large, sorry. There's 75, 120 of the medium, and 80 of the large, of the small, sorry. 80 of the small, 75 of the medium, and 100 of the large.
Can you add that up for me, please? Say that again.
100, 75 and 80.
100, 75 and 80. So how many jump rings is that for?
255. I haven't done the cabochon, but 255.
Right. The actual chain. Do you know what's hilarious? You went 255, and just as you did those both, that is right. Yeah, that's right. Oh, bearing in mind they still couldn't work out the percentage of the kit for me. Someone actually texted in and said it's 47%, guys, off. Yes, they even use the internet and a calculator. So you're going to be using that many, which means actually if you do want to create a few of these, it's best to get the initial kit and this as well, because then you will be able to make easily the chain section anyway. 4 of these.
Yes, absolutely.
4 of these, and you actually would have some left over for that card properly.
You would indeed. And don't forget, you've still got the brushed silver or the matte silver in the kit as well.
Of course you have, absolutely.
So you haven't even touched those. Which I think go well actually with the pearls. I like the matte with the shiny pearls. I think the bracelet looks really pretty.
You're really right. You're really, really right. I think it's a beautiful, you know what, these type of bracelet, this kind of style effect of bracelet is very, very in at the moment, isn't it?
It is.
Male jewellery, female jewellery, and it's even got kind of, you know, the loom.
Yes.
That the kids are obsessed with at the moment.
It has got that sort of look. I know what you mean.
It's kind of got a grown-up version of that look, hasn't it?
It is, especially that one. That's just a box weave, but it does look the same. You're quite right, actually.
A really nice grown-up version of it. So perhaps a gift to someone in their teens or someone in their 20s. You know, a graduation gift or go to uni gift, because it's getting to that time already, isn't
Almost like a corsage, really.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Really nice.
Oh my gosh, I've just thought, could you pair this with, say, like mesh?
Yeah, of course you can.
So maybe have that as the band and then wear
Yeah,
there.
of course you can.
Oh, I'm all on board here. So anyway, loads of these have gone already. I've got lots of multi-buyers. You've gone off my screen twice. That's how many we've got if you're getting it. Please do check out your baskets, because I think I must be getting into limited stock now, mustn't I? still got quite a few, but I've sold over 100. So we've still got quite a few opportunities for you, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Get your precision chain nose pliers and 400 jump rings for just $7.85 today. Fabulous. So,
right, so now we've done that one, we'll show you the box weave, which is what we've just seen, the matte silver. Okay. We're going to be doing the Byzantine in the next kit and going through a brand new weave which you haven't seen before. But
is that the one that the homework was for, this next one? The one coming up in a bit?
The next one coming up, yes.
Okay, brilliant.
But this is something called a box weave, which is a 4-ring weave.
Okay.
Very, very simple to do, and I know we've seen it before, but I'll just explain to you how it's done. That's that one there. Which I think looks nice. It's almost like a Viking knit, but a thick Viking knit,
You're absolutely right, yeah.
So, what do you need to do that? You need 2 rings and 2 rings, but I've put an extra ring through because you need something to hold. You can use a piece of scrap wire if you want to, or a paper clip or something, but put those through your first 2 rings. That's something to hold.
Okay.
And then similar technique as the Byzantine, where you actually support the middle rings, let them fold either side, open up the centre rings, and then with a trusty cocktail stick or a reamer or something, or a piece of wire, you then pull up the centre, and that's your pattern.
Okay.
Now the centre one, I'm just going to put a ring through. Oops, 2 rings through.
Do those 2 centre ones you've just pulled up.
Through the centre one, yeah, I've just pulled up. You put 2 rings. That's 1. Be a lot easier for you to do it because you won't have these shower curtain rings. So there are the 2 rings that you put into the centre. I'm going to put 2 more rings on here. So that's your first set of 2, and this is your second set of 2. And again, you do the same. Whoops, it's fallen down. So I'm going to hold just underneath the first set of rings, let them fall open, part the centre rings and pull up. And I'll go through this time and time again in the next kit with the Byzantine, so you'll pick it up. And I've only got one shower curtain ring left, would you believe? And that is going to go through the centre rings. Now you can start to see the pattern. You see the 2 horseshoes, one on top of another.
Yeah.
You can start to see the pattern. Can you pass the bracelet over just so I can sort of show the smaller version of the pattern? So you can then see the pattern repeating itself along this bracelet. Okay, you can see the same sort of wrong way, same sort of pattern. There we go. And you just repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. So you put 2 rings through the top. That would have been the first of 2 rings. You put another ring through, then another 2, and then fold back. Then 2, 2, fold back. And that is just the whole pattern of this box weave. It's repetitive, and because of that, it's easy to do. It's nice to sit in front of the TV and lose yourself and make something like this. And if you did this in really, really chunky rings, which I've done before, really substantial rings, that can look nice just as a bar at the front of a necklace, you know, just on a piece of cord. Nice colourful rings, just put on a piece of leather, and that looks just as nice as you know, adding the extra gemstones. It can look really good. So that's quite a simple one to do for beginners as well.
Wonderful.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
And if anyone has any questions, anybody wants to text in if they don't mind texting in, you know me, I love questions.
Well, that's good because I've already got loads for you.
Have you?
Do text us in today. Any questions? If you're watching Chainmail for the first time and you too love how stunning it is in effect, do just message us in. Even if you've been doing it a while, you've tried something out, you need some helps and hints, then do message us in today. All you have to do is 60777. Start your text with the word James Studio. I've got plenty of tools coming up for you that'll help you out with this as well, including jump ring makers as well. Okay. I've got coming up for you. And in fact, we've had a question relating to that.
Yes.
Let's get this in. What's the best gauge wire to make jump rings from?
Okay, if you are using silver or gold copper plated wire, then I would say 0.8 is the minimum that you should go to. You can buy rings that are a lot finer than that, but if you're making your own, they tend to be quite flexible because the wire is really, really soft. So I wouldn't go below 0.8. So 0.8 up to 125, and bigger if you want to. Coloured wire, I would actually not go as low as 0.8. I would stick to a 1mm because there's something about the coating that makes the copper really, really soft, and I've asked so many people who do chainmail, do they find the same thing? And they all find exactly the same. Doesn't matter what manufacturer you go to, but this coloured wire seems to be really soft. And I'm terrible at wearing something and catching it on a door handle or something. And if they're soft, they will just come open. So I would not go below a 0.8 for silver and gold or a 1 mil for your coloured wire if you're making them yourself.
I hope that helped you out. Thank you very much. And we have got tools to help you make your own jump rings later on too. So if you are looking at this and you know you really want to get into it, then I will bring those up for you in a moment. Have you got another question? We've got loads coming in today for you, Debbie B.
I love it.
Hi Debbie! Enjoying the show. Can I use ordinary 5mm open jump rings to do the box weave? Sue!
Yep, you can. You can indeed, depending on the thickness of the wire, as long as it's not thicker than 1 mil, so you've got still got the inside diameter of a 3 mil jump ring. And all I would do with that is just pop it on the set edge of a ruler and just look at how many mil it is in the middle. As long as you've got at least 3 to 3.5 mil on the inside, then yes you can, because you need to get 4 rings through the middle. Don't forget, and it's 1 mil thick, so you can just about on 3.5, so you should be okay.
Give it a go. Thank you very much. Squeeze in another one. This one is from Della. Hello, yes. Della. You always read so fast.
Sorry. Go on, Becky. Read it.
Well, no, you already know. Go on, answer it.
Yes, you can use felt. You don't have to use the backing. The backing is washable and won't distort when it's washed. Felt sometimes can pucker and just lose its shape, and the dye will come out of felt. The dye doesn't come out of this backing. So if you're going to use it just as a backing, a white piece of felt to put on the back of a gemstone, and sometimes actually look at the colours of the backing, because if you've got a stone that's quite see-through, if you put a dark backing on, you lose all the design. So if you had something like a fluorite, you would lose all the banding. So look at the backing or a piece of felt that's the right colour, as neutral as possible, so you can see all those beautiful colours through. But yes, you can.
That's a really, really good tip. Really good tip. Thanks for that, Tink, you little love. Thank you for messaging in. Right, okay, so what were you saying then, love? Yeah, should we do the jump ring maker?
Go on then.
Now. I have got the gizmo coiler and the saw cutter, etc. coming up in a bit, but talk to us about these, because these make
they are
huge,
fabulous
jump ring makers.
Now we've got the 1.25 and the 1.5 wire. These are fabulous. You can make some really funky jump rings and do some graduated box weave or whatever, you know, feasible knots or Byzantine links. You can make some fabulous necklaces if you've got your own wire and cut them in different colours. And I've seen one that's done in antique bronze that starts off with a huge Byzantine link at the front, then goes to a tiny, tiny, tiny one at the back, and it is the most beautiful necklace I've ever seen. Absolutely gorgeous.
You've got the 4 different sizes here, haven't we? So we've got the 10mm, the 12mm, the 14mm. We've got the 10mm here. This is kind of your key, isn't it?
It is.
As it were. And then it's just the simplest thing in, and it's done. That's it. Yeah. You sort it. Talk to us about kind of, you know, what we're going to be creating with this. What type of statement? Because I'm presuming statement pieces with this kind of size.
Yeah, but also you can do your toggle clasps around it if you want to. You can use them to do the circles of the toggle clasp. Because how many times you look for something that's a little bit wider than just a mandrel, a normal mandrel.
Yes.
You want something slightly bigger to do the lovely loops on things, or that's even probably big enough for a child's ring.
I was just going to say that, actually.
You can use it for mandrels as well, but these are definitely for doing your statement necklaces. Yeah. And if you're in love with resin, like Fiona Potter does some fabulous necklaces, then you can use these to make all the different size links to sink into your resin, to put lots of different size of rings of different colours, and you can do all sorts of things with these, but these I particularly would use with a 1.5 wire.
Right,
and do some really chunky chainmail links.
So talk us through how we're going to be using this, Debbie B.
Okie doke. Do you want me to demonstrate it?
Yes, please.
Okay.
So it's your jump ring maker. I'll show you exactly how to use it now. 10mm, 12mm, 14mm and 16mm jump rings you can make with this. Your price today, it's just £7.95. You've seen how easy it is to put together. Now have a look how easy it is to use.
Right, so you've got a little hole at the top that you put your wire through, okay? And I personally like to put the wire towards me because I like to guide it with my thumb and my finger. Put the wire reel to the opposite side, thank you, my glamorous assistant.
No problem.
And then, let's move that out of the way, you literally have the tension between your two fingers and you pull the rings around, and there you have your jump rings.
Done.
Done.
That's it.
Okay, and then you can feed that back through the hole and then cut your jump rings from your coil. There you go.
That's it.
Obviously the first two will be a bit loose, but then as you get tighter, pull it through your thumb and forefinger and it will get really tight. Really easy. How simple is that?
How easy is that?
And if you go to a craft club, you know, it's not always easy to take a gizmo with you with the quite sharp mandrels that come through your bag, whereas this is so easy to put into a pencil case. Take them with you to a craft club if you go to a beading club or what have you, and they're just nice and neat and tidy and can go in your lovely craft bags.
That's really good, because I presume they would fit in the
storage bags and things.
The mandrel holder.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
£7.95 for you today on this. Really easy peasy for you to get your hands on. I have got later on coming up the coiling gizmo and the cutting pliers as well as the saw and the saw blades as well. So you've got all those opportunities to get pretty much every size you want, haven't you?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Whatever pieces you're looking at having a go at.
We've whizzed through these, haven't we?
Haven't we? Yeah, I love that. Nice. Do you,
those are just very simple, aren't they? Just ever
really
so simple.
easy.
But sometimes with chainmail you don't want to go over the top, so I only treated there and just used the tiny little rings in between the gemstones.
Yeah, absolutely. Really simple it goes to show you, and actually it goes to show you too how you can create something very, very easily. Because I think sometimes when you think chainmail, you might think very intricate, mightn't you?
People are put off by chainmail because I think they think you're going to do something really quite chunky and heavy. I don't think I've ever made anything that's, other than that necklace, that's probably the most sort of heavy I've made. But I think most chainmail pieces, when you pick them up, you suddenly realise that they're so fluid in your hands. They move differently, don't they, to gemstone jewellery. There's something about chainmail jewellery that's really lovely. It's just this nice feel and nice look to it, I think.
Absolutely stunning. Really, really beautiful. What did you say you wanted me to do now, love? Sorry, I couldn't hear them. If we do the cutter. Yep. Yeah, and have we got the saw and the saw blades coming up? Because they go together. Wicked. So you want to do these ones first off. So these ones are our jump ring coil cutting pliers. Now these essentially are there to hold your jump rings in place, aren't they, whilst you're cutting them?
Yes, they are. Absolutely. They're to use with the gizmo. Once you've gizmoed your coils, that's what you use to hold the jump rings in place to cut them with your saw.
And we will have the saw and the saw blades coming up for you in a little bit as well. So your coil cutting pliers, these are really, really easy peasy to use, aren't they? If I can get them out for you.
I've got some in my bag.
Oh, have you?
Get some out?
You're a little love.
2 seconds, I'll get them out of the bag.
All you have to do is, once you've got your jump rings, like we've just shown you to make there, you simply open these up and you hold the jump rings in this teeth section here. So if I show you here, it goes within here. Now this small slit there is where you will run the blades of your saw down, and that will very simply cut through them so simply, like butter. But it also means that you've got a saw cut. Now that's really important when it comes to chainmail, because a saw cut means it's cut in a perfectly beautiful straight line, which then means that when you close up your jump rings, they close together really, really securely. Because sometimes when you cut them with, say, your normal snips, they go to a point, don't they, which can make it a little bit...
You have what you call a burr on the end, so you have a point on one end and a flat piece on the next, and every time you cut your pliers, you then have to cut that burr off, which means that you lose about ½ mil on the size of your rings.
Yeah.
So you have to be really careful. But with this one, the way you use it, I haven't got a coil here, but I'll demonstrate it without. If you lean that onto your tile, that is just for you to lean on.
Your purchase point, isn't it?
Coil goes, that's right, coil goes in here, you hold it with your pliers, and you use your saw, and you saw across the top, and the jump rings will come out along your saw blade. So that is just to lean on, really, just so you can get some purchase onto your work surface. So it's a useful tool. You'll probably do about 10-15 rings at a time, and you do it pretty quickly, so it's amazing how many rings you can get, you know, in 3 or 4 different cuts. And
it's good because they kind of come off along the blade, don't they?
They do. They pop off along the blade, and then they just the saw cut. And they do come back together really neatly, actually.
Which is really important, especially if, for example, you're making your jump rings out of 925 wire.
Oh gosh, yes, I would not use anything but the saw blade to do 925, because you just waste such a lot, and that's money.
Really would.
You know, that's a lot of money. So, and also, if you put 925 rings back together, the more you wiggle them and rub them together, that sounds such silly, but they knit together, and you end up without having any sharp edges. So if you have a tumbler as well, put them in a tumbler and they come out beautiful.
Beautiful. Get your hands on the Coil cutting pliers today. Professional tool for you to get going on your jewellery making jewellery. Your price today, £14.95 for you. They're really super duper easy to use, and in fact, just noticed on the back you've actually got step-by-step photographic instructions as well, just in case you forget how to use this. Really, really easy to do. Get your hands on them today, because they really do make life a lot easier, don't they?
They do. I mean, I use this quite a bit at home, and I just do 10 or 12 at a time, but it's amazing how many you can do in different colours, because then they can match your kumihimo braids, they can match your macrame braids, and they just finish off. It's the way you finish off your jewellery that makes it look professional.
That's wonderful, isn't it? We've had another question in that might relate to this. Loving Debbie and the designs, and of course Becky. Oh, thanks. Can I ask, can you put 16mm coils into the coil cutting pliers? That's from Suze. Hi Suze, you're right, chicken. Thank you for your text.
It says on the packet that you can, but I'm going to be a real pest and say I wouldn't. Only because I don't think you can hold them properly. I think you'd start with, I think you'd try and hold, I think up to about 1 mil, 1 centimetre round, fine. Yeah. Anything over there, I think that you would try and hold it so tight, I think you'd probably distort. I probably shouldn't say that. We should say, yes, of course you can. I would be worried. I think I'd be worried of doing that. I don't know if it says there what size you can go up to. But I think actually anything over 1 centimetre, you wouldn't hold it properly, and I don't think you'd cut it at the right angle, because these wouldn't, this would be holding, rather than the centre of the ring, be holding it like that. So you'd be cutting at a funny angle, and I don't think it would knit back together. Do you know what I mean?
Get you. So with the jump ring maker that we've just had, you'd be able to do the smallest one on there, but
then
maybe
others,
not
I would use your
the
nice
largest,
flush
just
cutters.
use your lovely flush cutters for that one. I hope that helped. Thank you, Suze. I have actually got the saw coming up. Do you want to do that now? Yeah, because we'll have a demo of it. Did we have we had a question? Yeah, go on. Okay, if you text is coming in about the saw, which I'll bring to you now. Can you demo the saw on the coil you made earlier, please?
That's probably a bit big actually, but see if we can get some wire, and I will coil some wire and show you.
Good.
I think that's probably bigger than the 1 mil. So
yeah, I think it was.
Let me do it for you. Just talk amongst yourselves while I quickly do a coil, won't you?
Have a good old gab. So do you want me to bring you this now? We'll bring this to you and then we'll demo it. Don't forget as well that there is all of Debbie's wonderful tutorials that we've had in the past. So if you do want to get your hands on all kind of, because I know especially in the first and second one that we did together, we spent quite a bit of time, didn't we, going over exactly how to make your own jump rings and all the tools you needed.
We did.
So if you do want a really full kind of the full package, as it were, of exactly how to create your own jump rings, what sizes we use, what we mean when we say things like DI, etc., then do watch those first two. The first one was in January, second one was in February, wasn't it?
That's right, yes, started right at the beginning of the year.
Right at the beginning of the year, yeah. You've done all of them with your bar one.
I know, Jenny did one, didn't she?
Yeah, she did, yeah.
Oh, I haven't got any balm on here, but...
You're starting yourself? Right, let's have a little look. So that's what we say about the first one, sometimes goes a bit awry, doesn't it? But then can you see them all just jumping along?
Yeah. That's how to do it. And then you've got these lovely little jump rings that are saw cut. Like so, and they will just knit back together with a nice neat edge.
Easy peasy, right?
Okay.
So to get your hands on the saw blade with the saw frame and the blade, this is your opportunity. We have got the saw frame itself here. Now this tool is just wonderful, really, isn't it? You've got your adjustable areas here, so you can make it as long or as short as you wish, depending on the length of your blade. Now the reason that's important is if you do break a blade, you don't necessarily, it doesn't mean that it's done for, does it?
No.
Because say your blade's this length and I snap it right in the middle here, you might think, oh no, I've absolutely snapped it, I've ruined it. But actually you can just take it down and still use those other two sides of the blade, can't you?
It's so useful. I've got an old one at home that I've had for years, and it's got one size. It's just one fixed frame. And I can't tell you how many times I've thrown blades away because they're broken. Whereas if I had this years ago, I could have used it. It's so easy to use. Just make sure that you change your blade often and don't try and cut jump rings with a blunt blade, which I have done before. Tried very hard on the programme.
On the show.
Yes. Not a good thing. And make sure you put it the right way up. That sounds silly, but if you run your finger along the top, you can feel the teeth, whereas underneath it's nice and flat. So make sure you've got the teeth on the top. A couple of times I've seen people say, oh, you know, I can't use my blade, and you felt it and you say, well, no, the blade's
not
actually
the right way around.
No.
The blades are really important. Am I right in saying, how many do you get in this? I always forget which one this is. Is this the 20? It says 12 of each. Really? 12 of each.
I didn't think there were.
I didn't think there were either.
Because the first time I said that, I thought there were.
Yeah, no, I didn't think there were. I'm sure we worked out that there wasn't. Wasn't there 24 or something? I can't quite remember.
There are absolutely loads.
24 pieces, yeah, it is 24 pieces. What you can see online here, it does say 12 of each, which is strange because I've not actually seen that before. It is, you do get 24 blades, I'm sure you do, don't you?
There's 12 there.
12
that
there.
one.
And then what about the larger ones? Because the piece says 24 pieces when we're reading it on our screen. When my producer reading it on the screen says 24 pieces, but up here it says. The
first time we had these on, I said, you know, you get at least 100, and you no, but I'm sure you do. Look, 1, 2, 3.
No.
There's at least 12 there, if not more.
So you have got the sizes 1 to 6. Now, when we talk about the sizes, we talk about the thickness, aren't we?
We do.
So there's 1 or 2 sizes that we generally use for the chainmail jump rings, isn't there?
Yeah, I usually use number 2.
Usually using the number 2 for this one. But then, so basically, the lower the number, the thinner the blade, isn't it?
Yeah.
So your 1 is your thinnest, and then it goes up to your grade 6, which is the thickest. Now, a lot of the time we will be using the 2 to create your jump rings, but then of course you can use all the others for lots of different things, such as your perspex. I know we use the 5 or 6, don't we? If you've got into perspex.
Absolutely.
You use the different grades for different things. Now, what I will say to you actually is, I'll be straight with you, that end set looks a bit rusty, doesn't it? It's not. It's we put a protective barrier in there for you.
There's oil on there.
So there is protective oil. All you have to do is when you take these out, just give them a really quick wipe with like a baby wipe or anything really, and that will just come up. It's just to really protect them when they're travelling to you so they don't go rusty or funny. So just to let you know that in case you were worrying. So you've got the 1 to 6 blades. You've also got your saw frame. Your price is not £16.90. Your price today for the frame and the size 1 to 6 blades is just,
gosh, that's really good. Wow.
How much is the frame itself?
I don't know, I paid £30 odd for my frame. That was years ago.
Jewellery maker price on the frame is £10.95, which means you're getting all the blades for just £2.
Wow.
That's stunning, isn't it?
It is. Can I say to those people who are probably thinking about I've been trying to think of a way that you could cut your large rings. One thing you can do, going off at a complete tangent, I'm sorry while you're selling this, is you can take your blade out here, feed on your coil tighten your blade again,
Genius.
and then use some cotton gloves and just rub the coil along the blade, and then actually cut it on the blade.
Yeah.
With a large coil, which would better get more purchase on that.
Sorted.
Yeah, I've done before, so yeah.
Love that. Thanks everybody.
Okay.
Okay. Loads of you getting your hands on this. Again, you've gone off my screen. It is a tool that you, and do you know what as well? The blades themselves in other places, you can be paying more, can't you?
Oh yes.
Way more.
Because normally you just order 2 or 3 blades at a time.
At a time, yeah.
Yeah, of one size, and that's it.
And that's it.
Now if you do perspex or resins or things like that, it's perfect.
Absolutely perfect for this. You just use your different blades, don't you?
Yep.
1 to 6 and the frame, just £12.95 for you today. Did you say you want to squeeze the text? Yeah, okay. Squeeze the text in before the break. If it's working, bear with. Debbie, do you need to use lubricant on the saw?
Yeah, you do. You do indeed. I think I use something like petroleum jelly, like Vaseline or something, or you can use the
silver clay.
Silver clay, yes, lubricant, lavender, beautiful. As long as you have a lubricant, yes, it actually prolongs the life of the saw blade. It won't snap. The friction won't sort of make it snap quite as easily as it would without. And it also makes a better cut through your jump rings, actually. You don't jump on them, which can make a little mark on your jump rings. So you don't jump.
Got you. Thank you very, very much for that. That is the end of our first tuition today. I have got the second one coming up. Give us a little bit of a clue. What are we expecting?
Well, if those of you who've done homework, done your 3 sets of Byzantine links, we're putting those together as a pendant, which we haven't done before. And we're doing a bracelet that is, are you sidling off behind?
No.
No. We're doing a bracelet that we haven't done before, and a bit of a new take on hair slides, really.
I don't really feel I can talk about this. I'm going to leave it as a secret, what's coming up for you. But, you know, just stay tuned is all I will say. Brand new technique, totally different to how I've ever seen these used. And your homework coming up after the break, including loads more stunning goodies. Stay where you are.
Join jewellery maker and specialist guest designer Debbie Bulford for a fun and relaxing day discovering the addictive appeal of chainmail. This workshop is ideal for beginners and will introduce the fundamentals of this art form. You will be guided through a range of beginner's weaves and learn how to create your own Byzantine bracelet and earring set. The full course includes a pack of 200 jump rings, a toggle clasp, a pair of shepherd hook earrings, the chainmail tutorial DVD, use of all relevant tools, a buffet style lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studio and a chance to meet the presenters, and take a visit to our gem museum. All this for just $74.95. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker, bringing out the designer in you.
You can now keep in touch by liking Jewellery Maker UK on Facebook. Get interactive with Jewellery Maker.
Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. We are always filming new DVDs with our specialist guest designers, so visit our website for more information.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Designer Inspiration. My name is Rebecca Redican. I will be your presenter until 5 o'clock this afternoon. I am joined by a designer with the utmost of inspiration, the wonderful Debbie B.
Hello.
Hi love, how are you?
Okay, thank you.
What are you going to be up to for the next half hour or so?
Oh, I'll be having a go at my challenge, which is very nice.
Yeah,
very nice.
Challenge. I've got loads coming up for you later on. I might have a new tool. I'm not obliged to say. I've got definitely loads of gorgeous gemstones for you coming up, as well as my second designer inspiration kit, which again, I'm going to have over £15 worth of saving on. Not just a pound. Let's get started with some beautiful opal. Wow! This pink opal, I've not seen this one before. Pink opal is something that we really rarely have on. In fact, this strand's only been seen once before. And this, to me, is the kind of archetypal pink opal strand. It really is. Take a look for yourself. When I say kind of the archetypal strand, what I mean is this, to me, looks very much like it does when it comes out of the ground. It has got that beautiful dusky tone to it. This is completely natural, by the way. Please note that for me. This huge stone in the middle here that you have got 18 by 13 mil on, totally and absolutely natural, massive gemstone you've got here. It's absolutely huge. Now this is, like I said, the archetypal natural opal, and in fact I've got a picture of natural opal for you to have a look at. This is just when it's come out of the ground. So can you see that colour on there? Obviously that's pre-polish, but can you see the colour and that delicate banding? It's not huge banding, is it, like in Boulder Opal? Boulder Opal, you've got the big stripes, haven't you? You can see the difference in the graduation. You can see the different areas of you know, your water-based content. You can see the different percentages in every single layer. This is much more a subtle graduation within that banding, but it's still most certainly there, every single one of them. Can you see? Really delicate banding of colour there, isn't it? Which is absolutely beautiful. Now, opal's a really special gemstone to me. I'm sure you all know I absolutely adore it. I'll tell you a little bit more about the formation in a moment. But let's just let you get your hands on it, shall I? Your price today, it's only been seen once before. You have got, on my strand, don't forget it is done in carat weight, but on my strand I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 genuine, 100% natural, just taken out of the ground, shaped and polished, drill hole put through, totally natural though, no treatments on this whatsoever. Your price point today for opal, £34.95 for this quality of this most unique, impressive and sought after version of an already very esteemed gemstone. This gem is formed over hundreds upon thousands of years, and in fact I have a picture of the formation for you. So this is a picture from the GIA, and this is the opal formation. So in the world, when the weather is raining, especially in the areas where this is formed, the opal is formed, it would be very kind of a juxtaposition in weather. So a lot of the time it will either be very serious rain, really torrential, awful storms, and sometimes it can be very hot. Now this picture here is the start, realistically, of that formation. So can you see the water is then falling onto the earth, and that then creeps down in the cracks and crevices of the crust of the earth. Now underneath the crust you can see that's the water table there. So that is the water creeping into the earth. And can you see the fracture lines there? There's two fracture lines, isn't there? One of them is submerged by water. Now what happens when the sun comes out, that water table drops, and left over in that crack and crevice is where you will find the opal. And that's purely because when the water travels through the crust of the earth, it picks up different minerals, it picks up a silica-based substance, and that means that as the table drops, as that evaporates, areas of opal are left over. Now obviously on that picture depicted, that crack and crevice is completely full with opal. Of course it does not happen like that at all. It doesn't happen in one go. That can happen over hundreds upon thousands of years, layer upon layer upon layer of that silica-based substance, solidifying, the pressure, the heat, the temperatures, just really impactful, constantly being washed over, constantly being added to. It's one of the reasons you get that banding. It's another reason that you get up to 25% liquid within each gemstone. It is absolutely one of Mother Nature's beauties, and it really is a wonder to behold. The fact that I'm able to offer you pink opal today, genuinely one of the rarest forms of opal in the world, hands down, from the #1 location to get your pink opal, Peru, at that price point is astonishing. Congratulations to everyone. Do you know what? If you're getting your hands on this, you're the type of person who's going to be getting that andesine I've got coming up. You're the kind of person who knows jewellery, who knows gemstones. You're the type of person who's a bit of a connoisseur. Congratulations to all of you who have got this. Boy, oh boy, do your research on this if you haven't yet, because you will fall head over heels even more. £34.95. You've got yourself serious value for money. What's the price point on these? This is a really beautiful colour. In fact, it goes with that. It goes with that shell pearl that I had earlier on. I've got some beautiful shell pearl here for you now. Take a little look. Oh, graphics! What are you doing to me? Go on, Ryan. Gallop away. Graphics. This bit here, you know the L bar bit, we call it the L bar sometimes, the bit that's the phone number and the info on. It's gone awry recently. I don't know what's happened to it. It's on its holidays. They have gone off at the moment, which means that Ryan has to run to a little box and press what I imagine is a big red button. I don't know, I've never been there. But hopefully they will be back up for you shortly and you will be able to get your hands on this. But in the meantime, nothing much else to say. Debbie, favourite joke, please.
Oh no, I'm not good at jokes. And that's one thing I'm absolutely rubbish on, telling jokes.
I bet you're not.
Well,
I bet you know a joke.
No.
You don't know a joke?
No, I'm not going to do jokes because I always tell them and get the punchline completely wrong.
Do you?
Yes,
Are you one of those? Can never be a comedian.
No.
Pete,
oh no.
Joke me up.
Oh no.
Yeah, go on. I bet you've got cracking jokes. Come on. Get on the banter bus, Pete. Come here. And you haven't done your impression today.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Now, if you're not sure why I'm making Pete come and do an impression, we've been doing it for a few weeks now, haven't we, Pete?
Yeah.
Pete basically came on and absolutely blew the nation away with his New York accent. And since then, we've just had more and more. Every single day that we're together on Designer Inspiration, we've been doing it. Has it been tough? Has it? Have you had to go into some sort of training program?
Well, you go home, you know you have to do an accent the next day, so there's a lot of pressure.
There's no need for pressure. I know you've got plenty in your back catalogue. Are we going to guess this one today?
Yeah.
Or would you prefer to tell us?
Yeah, it's going to be pretty easy to guess.
Oh, is it? Okay, cool. Yeah. You ready, everyone?
Not because it's good.
Oh.
It's probably not going to be that good, but
Thank you for your honesty.
Knows the quote.
Oh, so it's kind of a saying, it's kind of a selection. Okay, so just as a little recap, we've had New York, who did we have yesterday? Alan Partridge, didn't we?
Alan Partridge.
We had yesterday. Very good. Today, it's your time to guess.
Okay.
Let's do this. Do you have to do like that courgette thing
build-
you have to do? The build up.
The build up, yeah.
Okay, he's got to do a build up.
Oh, how do I build it up again? This.
Should have thought about this before, Pete.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, chowder it was, wasn't he? He had to do for his New York one. He stood here going, chowder. Yeah, go on. Stop talking in our ear. You're going to put him off. Okay. Go on, Pete. We can do this.
So, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I can't do it without the build up.
Okay, go on then. Do the build up. Do the build up.
I've forgotten the build up. Then it doesn't really help.
Okay. Do you want to come back in a minute?
Yeah.
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 Go on then, because my cringe gland is very sensitive, and I am cringing for you. Can you think of the prep line? I love how Ben's like, just sound like a wrestler. How does that sound? Growly and gravelly. The graphics should be back up in a minute. Don't worry, Pete's not going anywhere. We're having him back on in a moment. Definitely. He stood behind the camera going, like practicing in his head, reminding himself. Look, he's literally stood there like this. That is a lot of thought going into this. I personally can't wait. But before the graphics come back up, how about we show you these beautiful shells? You have not just seen what me and Debbie have seen. He literally stood there like this and then just went. Literally, not even an exaggeration. You've got it. You've remembered it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you're ready. Let's do this before you forget again. Where are you going?
All right. Yeah. No, I'm gonna come in and do it.
Oh, okay. This needs an entrance. Okay.
I know what you're thinking. Did he fire 6 shots or only 5? Well, in all this excitement, I've kind of forgotten myself. The question you need to be asking is, do you feel lucky? Or do you, punk?
That was amazing! High five me! That was awesome! That was so good, Pete.
What am I doing the next time?
What are you doing next time? I don't know. Send in your requests. What would you like Pete to do on Friday, Saturday and Sunday? Text us in, okay? Start your text with JM Studio 60777. Have you got anyone you would like him to do an impression of? Friday, Saturday, Sunday we've got him in, and he will be doing an impression for you. Should feel good now. He's just gone like this.
I'm glad I remember.
You're glad you remembered it. I think that's blown us all away. Do you know who that was, Debbie?
Yeah, Mickey Mouse. No, it wasn't. Sorry. Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood, absolutely. I love that. Oh my gosh, please get in your request for Friday and Saturday and Sunday. It's just highlight of my day. And the graphics keep going off, so it's a great way, isn't it?
I can do
Kermit
the Frog.
You can do Kermit the Frog?
Yeah.
Oh, Pete, please, because let's face it, people are sat at home now going, the graphics aren't up yet. This is so silly. Oh gosh, what's happening? You're going to make people's day if you do me a second impression right now.
And then the problem is I've used up
The
another
problem
one.
is I've used up
haven't got
another
that
one.
many of these.
Yeah, but people at home, do you want to let the nation of jewellery makers down, Pete?
But I have to do more research now.
But the graphics
You're giving more
apparently
work.
are really, well, you're the one who just stood there and said that you could do that impression.
I've got a backlog, okay? I've got Kermit the Frog.
You've got a backlog. Don't list any more, or else I will make you do them all. Right, come on, Pete. I want to hear your Kermit, please.
Okay,
I am so excited for this.
I can do Kermit the Frog when he's singing, but I can't do him normally.
What, you can't?
So
You can't do normal Kermit the Frog when he's just talking.
when he's just talking, yeah, I can't do that.
Okay, right, go on then. Sing it, Kermit.
Right, okay. So it's like the singing it's like the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me.
Oh my gosh, that is so good! Oh my
I can't do it normally,
Pete, stand here, and I'm gonna like be your puppeteer. You ready? This is gonna be like ventriloquist. Please me, because Kermit's a puppet.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. You ready?
But how does the song start though?
What song? Well, I don't know what song it was, love.
All right. What should I just do it again then?
Yeah, go on.
All right.
Ready?
Well, you ventriloquist.
Whilst you ventriloquist me.
Well, what are you doing?
Well, you're my puppet. I'm putting my hand up.
Oh dear.
Right, okay, let's do this. Go.
Right. The rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. All of it. Oh.
That was amazing. I would have gone on. I love it, Pete. That was amazing, Pete. Thank you so much. How are the graphics looking? Shall I give you some sneak peeks? Do you know what? The graphics still aren't working. I'm so sorry, but let's face it. We don't know what's happened. We don't know. There's like a little glitch. Have you watched, what's it called? The one with the glitch film. Wreck-It Ralph. Yeah. You know, there's a little glitch in that. Penelope, isn't it? Princess Penelope or something like that. She's got in and she's causing havoc. I think is it with us and our sister channels, or is it just us lot? I think it's a whole board thing. So I'm going to give you some sneaky peeks just to say thank you. Do you know what though? I've got to admit, when I'm not here and I'm watching from home, I do quite like it when things go wrong on TV. I always watch to see what's going to happen. You know, sometimes when you like switch over and then the break's just like, I'm sorry for the issue, and you don't even know what the issue was, but you just sit and wait. Like, what's going to happen? So cool. What? Yeah, exactly. That is absolutely true. It is. Ben's just said to me, I bet it's even better for you because you know how it feels to be a presenter. So you know when it comes back to them, they have no idea what's going on. Story of my life, that's been. But I'm going to give you little sneaky peeks of what we've got coming up, just as my apology to say, sorry, does that mean the graphics are back up? No way are they back up. Yes! Awesome. Well, I'm still going to give you a sneaky peek. Connoisseurs know what this is. Sneaky peek. Sneaky, sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky. Oh, wow. Under £40. Okay, the graphics are back up. Thank you so much for sticking with us. I know that your day has been made by Pete. Thank you to Pete as well, you little love. This is your hazy violet shell pearls in the 12mm rounds. Beautiful, delicate violet. You've been waiting. Let's get your price in. Just £6.95 for you today. And look at the amount you've got here. Have you seen all of those beautiful rings that are in at the moment that are just a huge pearl set? They were stunning,
Beautiful.
aren't they?
Absolutely stunning, yeah, gorgeous.
And you could recreate that look with these,
You could,
you?
oh my goodness, yes, of course you could.
Really, really
Lovely.
easily. And you've got the opportunity to do absolutely loads. Again, let me show you this just to the neckline, because I want to show you how long this is. This is with it touching at the back. So it does go to show, doesn't it, just how long this strand is. If you did just want to restrand it, then you absolutely could. Just put a little bit of a clasp at the back and you're sorted. Thank you very much everyone who has stuck with us. Thank you to the multi-buyers. So sorry, I don't know what happens. We don't know, we're gonna have to, it keeps happening, doesn't it? It's the glitch. The glitch is in. We will hopefully get it sorted. IT are working day and night to try and sort it out. Thank you for sticking with us today. £6.95, KVPO07. KVPO07. P007. That second, the zero might look like an O. It is a 0 if you type it in. It is £6.95. Congratulations, double buyers on that for you. Where am I going, love? Ooh, chunky chain. This one by itself, is it? Oh, this is lovely, because a lot of the time when we do chain, we'll do it as part of a bundle, but I'm not about to now. I'm doing you a nice chunky chain just by itself. This is your diamond-shaped twisted chain. I love this chain because you can, of course, use it in the diamond shape. But if you wanted to, you could use it as a square shape as well, because you could just squidge these and it'd kind of lock it more into place. Now, this is your copper plated. Now, this always, Debbie B, whenever I have chunky chain, I always mention you.
Why's that?
And I remember one of the first designer inspirations we did together, and you got out your clay and you got some t-shirt transfer, and you did photographs, you did pictures, and you interlaid that on top of your polymer.
That's right, using that chain actually, using that exact chain.
Yeah. And you created these most stunning pieces, and we really did just kind of go off on one really about the different things you could create, different pictures we said you could do, you know, personalised cufflinks, didn't we? We said you could do kind of family tree of things with actual photographs.
Oh, absolutely. You do like a memory bracelet or something. They'd be really nice, or just single key rings. I think I dried some leaves as well and put some tiny little leaves in there. Or you could do dried flowers for a bridesmaid, perhaps take something out of a bouquet and dry the flowers and put them into a bracelet or something. You can do loads of things with those sorts of chains. It's really substantial as well. It's really chunky, it's lovely. It is, and it bakes fine, obviously, doesn't it? Absolutely, and I think the links in between are like an S-link, because you can undo those and put them back together again. Yeah. They're substantial enough to be able to re-seal them. They're really good. They are fab. You can get your hands on 35 centimetres worth of this chain. Honestly, genuinely, the amount of things you can do with this is absolutely stunning. Your price today is just £7.95 for you on all of this. If you do think about doing the photograph inset into these, your photographs, I'll let you know how many of the large links you should be getting. It will be around 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14 of the large links, and then obviously you have got the little kind of jump rings that hold them together in that oval shape for you there. It is just a world of imagination with this, really, isn't it? And even if we just use it as a chain, chunky chain is massive. I've made that actually just into a silver bracelet for me at home, and just put it, I think we had some silver square toggle clasps that were roped, and I just put a toggle clasp and done nothing to it. And just, it looks lovely just as a bracelet. You don't need to do anything else. I've just thought as well, you know, we were saying about insetting flowers into this. Yes. Have you I'm sure some of you will keep your eye on things like festivals, because it's quite a notable fashion parade, I suppose. And we've had a lot going on already. We've had, you know, Coachella, we've had Glastonbury, obviously, and we've had quite a few of the big ones, but there's still plenty coming up. And a lot of the things that we've seen is we've seen lots of really chunky headwear, but the chunky chain headwear we've seen, and this would be perfect for that. Possibly adding that kind of, adding your flower on twist. You could add a few with your dried flowers in there as well. Yeah, and anybody who does a lot of bead weaving, you could do little square, almost samplers of different bead weaves and put them into each square. Wouldn't that look lovely? That would be fab. Beautiful bracelet. Oh my goodness, adore that idea. £7.95. OQAZ87 is your chance. Now, this one. All these jump rings? No. What? Let's do what? You want to do all the jump rings now? Oh, this is just before we bring to you the designer inspiration. I'll be over with you in minutes. Lovely Debbie B. Have a look at all of these. You are going to be giddy at the price point. Have a little look. Stunning. Look at all this amount. Oh my goodness gracious me.
Absolutely huge, huge amounts here. Lots of variation of sizes. You've got 3 different groups of the silver, and you've got 2 different groups of this beautiful sort of rose goldy colour here. 1,000 pieces. Wow. So we've got here your 5mm, your 6mm, your 7mm in the silver, 200 of each. So 5mm, 6mm, 7mm, 200 of each in the silver, 5, 6, 7. You've also got your wonderful rose gold. Again, hang on, wait. Rose gold, you've got your 6 and your 7mm. So again, you've got 200 pieces of each, 6mm and your 7mm. And of the silver, you've got your 5, your 6 and your 7mm. Okay, so 6 and 7mm you've got in the 2 colours, and then you've got 5mm of the silver. There is a huge amount here, 1,000 pieces of your precious metal coated copper open jump rings. The price doesn't reflect the amount. Should be £27.75. Taking off £10. Get on the phone. Your price today is £17.75. Bang on, £10 off for these today. That is a hefty amount. What do you think of that price point?
That's just ridiculous, isn't it, really? I know how much you could charge for bracelets and designs made in chainmail, and you can charge a lot of money because it takes you time to do it. But I just think the two together, I think the rose gold and the silver look stunning together. They really do. A lot of jewellery, I really thought it would go out of fashion by now. I thought the rose gold would have died by now, but actually it's getting more and more and more in the shops. I notice it a lot more with gents jewellery. Now, the rose gold, you see a lot of chocolate brown leather cords with rose gold findings on, and it seems to be a real thing at the moment. The rose gold is still here to stay.
Oh yeah, it's here to stay, definitely. And I'm just putting these together, as you were saying, working them together.
Oh, they look lovely together.
They
almost
do
like a
look
shadow.
Stunning together, don't they? And actually, steampunk, I know obviously that's been around for a long, long time, but it's still obviously very much in fashion. Steampunk is all about mixed metals, isn't it? So if you've seen like Sammy's design, she'll often, obviously, you know, known for a steampunk style, she will often use mixtures of metals, won't she, in metalled colours. You've got beautiful variety in here with £10 off. FLGC45. There is loads of you getting it, but loads even more with it in your basket. Plenty of them to go around though, so do not fret, everybody. In the second kit, I'll give you a heads up, I have got gold jump rings coming up. I've got some that are copper and I've got some that are the aluminium, but I've not got any more of the rose gold colour or the silver colour coming up at all. So if you're waiting for silver or your rose gold, this is your opportunity to get it in this form. So if you need it, you want it, get it, because I have got the gold coming up, which I'll give you a little flash of, which again, mixed metals, it's going to work perfectly, isn't it? That's in your second designer inspiration, literally coming up in mere moments for you. I'm just having a look at some of the gems on there. Oh, pretty. Please check out your baskets because there's a huge amount of you getting it. Bit of a queue on the phone. Bit old queue, but we will be with you. I'm going to pop these down because there is a bit of a queue. You should all be able to get one or two. There's quite a few if you have. We will be with you. So, designer inspiration. I've not seen a kit like this before. Haven't you? I've never seen this amount of your links, this amount of your jump rings, with then hair grips. Where did this come from?
Pip said to me, can you use the hair things? And I went, yeah, of course you can. Then when I put the phone down, I thought, can I? Yeah, okay, I'll have a go.
Awkward.
Yes, but yes, I thoroughly enjoyed it, like the challenge.
You've definitely succeeded in your challenge as well, I have to say. You're going to be getting 5 of these golden coloured grips that we have here, the hair combs. They are the 8x4. I'm sure a lot of you will have seen these used. Generally, when I think hair combs anyway, I'll think the bridal, I'll think bridal boutique. We're going to be seeing something a little bit different with them now, which actually is very, very funky. So you're going to be getting 5 of those. You've also got the jump rings, which I gave you a little nosy of. These are your copper with your plating, and then you've also got packs of your anodized aluminium as well. So let's have a look at a few of these. This is your gold colour copper jump rings in the 7mm, 200, and then of the 5mm, 190 of these. So 5mm, 7mm. Don't forget, that's the external. You've then also got your anodized aluminium in the gold again. You've got the internal diameter of 5mm and the internal diameter of 6.7mm. So that's the larger one. 100 pieces in each of these packs for you today. So that's all your jump ring needs sorted. Now let's give you the extras. Black wire. Wow. 025. I did not think I would ever see you working with so much wire in a chainmail show, let alone so much coloured wire of a weaving wire.
I know. I just wanted something completely different.
You got it. So my favourite wire, 025, in that beautiful base tone of black. Great for your weaving if you are interested into wire work, but we're going to see exactly how to incorporate it. A little bit of a different style with these as well. Let's focus on your gemstone, shall we? Oof. Wow. Submetallic or what? Golden coloured pyrite. Wow, that is a serious submetallic sheen we have to these, isn't it? 5 to 7mm, slight graduation on these then. Really bold and impactful, and they just work exceptionally well with the colour of the jump rings that we're going to be dealing with in these kits. It really does tie it all together actually, this strand, doesn't it? It does,
yeah.
You've then got real bold riches as well when it comes to your other beautifully faceted strand. Did you get that black spinel earlier on? If you did, if you were lucky enough to, then why not add this black spinel? Because it's got a similar feel, but it's less of the button. You have got your faceted rondelles here, 75 carats worth that we have. Really beautiful, chunky. They're a little bit thicker, aren't they, in the width than the ones we had earlier on. These are 4x3 to 6x4mm. We've then got some of your faceted white agate. Faceted white agate is something that we don't see that often. We've seen it recently actually, kind of in the smaller sizes, but faceting is quite unusual for this stone, isn't it?
It's lovely. And it just catches the light, and I think it's a contrast to the shiny, glitzy gold, and that just tones it down. It just puts a little bit of ice to it. It's like
it cools it.
It does. It cools it down. It's lovely.
It really does. And then something that I am shocked I'm about to bring you in this kit, because I know the price point of this kit. I know I'm going to give you over £15 saving. All right, I'm going to give you over £20 saving if I'm honest. I'm bringing you in this kit Garnet. Wow, lucky lady.
I know, I couldn't believe it when I opened this kit. It's absolutely fabulous. Really, really stunning.
This is a seriously rich, sumptuous, juicy garnet as well, isn't it? How is this strand to work with?
Beautiful, and it's the reds in there are just a perfect colour, like cranberries. They are gorgeous.
They really are. Do you know what? I think garnet especially in a strand like this, is one of those to get home to appreciate it. It truly, truly is. Just because of the way the lights work in here, because it's such a forceful light just onto the front of these, you can't actually see the translucency. You're missing out on a little bit of that jelly colour, aren't you? Which this just offers you so, so beautifully. Don't forget 30-day money-back guarantee. I doubt you'll need to use it on this kit though. 75 carats worth of those garnet ovals, and those are 8x5mm. So let's reiterate, shall we? You've got 4 stunning gemstone strands. You're going to be getting your golden pyrite, your white agate, your beautiful black spinel, and that most delectable of garnets. You're then going to be getting 100 meters worth of your 025. You're also going to be getting lots of your jump rings. So we've got the 5mm, 190, spill them around a bit. You've also got the 7mm, 200 pieces in there. You've then got your jump rings of the aluminium variety, which is the internal diameter 5mm and the internal diameter of 6.7mm, 100 in each. And then, of course, we have all of our hair grips as well. 5 of those hair grips you'll be getting in total. Your price should be £48.50. I'm taking over £20 off. You're going to love it. £24.95. That means savings on this today is £23.55. That means that you are almost getting yourself a buy one get one free deal on this. That's pretty much 50% off, isn't it? What do you think of that price point?
That is just amazing. To have spinel and garnet.
Yep.
That's just amazing.
And the gold plating as well.
Yes.
200 pieces, and in each, pretty much. You've got 190 of the 5mm.
Oh, it just
gold
kept going
plated.
on and on, this kit. It really did. I've still got some left over, but it just went on and on and on.
You've made loads with this as well, and genuinely, this is the one that your homework was for. This is the one you've been building up to. We'll be sorting out your homework in a little bit for you, but you're getting, do you know what, anywhere else at any other time, I would be more than happy to spend that price just on the gemstones. Easily, I would think I was getting a real bargain if I was just to get those 4 strands for that
was a
price.
Bundle. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my gosh, I'd be head over heels. Yeah. But you're getting a whole kit for that price.
It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous,
isn't it? It is stunning. And speaking of stunning,
my goodness,
you have just, again, it's breathtaking. You have used techniques we haven't seen before, even on the chainmail tutorials we've been bringing to you every month. And like I say, the hair combs, I've never seen them used in this way, and I love it.
Well, I'm not, as I keep saying, I'm not a wire work person. I'm not, and I wouldn't want to compete with people like Sheila, who does a fabulous job. So I just try to use them in a different way. So I've parted the teeth. So I pulled some of the teeth up to make it more like a crown. And then when I did that, I thought, I wonder if I could use that as a bracelet. So I put 2 together as a cuff.
I adore. Yes, please. Oh, I've been so bejeweled today, haven't I? Actually, I had this one on upstairs when I had that necklace on before for my selfie. Have a look at how cool that is as a cuff. I think that is so funky. Both sides, obviously. I love that. It kind of looks like something you can see strutting down a catwalk.
Yeah, and I wondered also if you had, I don't know, it wouldn't be practical to wash it, but you could actually stitch it onto a jacket, you know, or something, you know, like a military thing, or on the shoulders or something. Somehow put it onto Velcro and take it off. Because that's going to be in, again, with all the men's suits, the epaulettes and that sort of thing. Yeah, with that kind of strong structure that we've got coming up. You've made so much. Do not forget, this is Design Inspiration. It is our chainmail tutorial, and it's your opportunity to get in touch with us today. Start your text with the word JM Studio if you wish to text us in. We've already had loads of texts. Keep messaging in.
Stay text to the word JM Studio. The number is 60777. So where are we starting, my love?
Okay, doke. Right, well, we'll start off, shall we, with our homework?
Yes, let's. So your homework was 3 full Byzantines.
Yes, so I shall go through the weave very, very slowly to show you how to do it, okay? Because this is what we are looking to achieve. We're looking to achieve 3 lots of that.
Yep.
All right, so for those people who saw the box weave earlier, you'll have a head start. You know what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to take some of these rings apart because I've only got so many of them. I must get some more actually, they've started to break. So I must.
How long have you had these for though?
Oh, since the beginning of the year, so they haven't done too badly.
Oh, that's pretty good going then actually, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And I have
shower
tried.
curtains, you only pop them up once.
I know. And I've tried to dye them. I've tried to do all sorts of things. People keep saying to me, use a pen, use it, and it just comes off.
I said to you, nail varnish.
I know, it just comes off. It peels off, yeah, it flakes off.
Yeah, flaky.
Yeah, it doesn't work really. Never mind. Anyway, here are your 6 rings. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself if you've seen it before, but I'll start from scratch for those who haven't. A Byzantine link is a 6-ring weave. So you've got 2 plus 2 plus 2. Start off exactly the same as we did the box weave. Hold your first ring, support this number 2 rings, let the 3rd ring fall apart and open, and then I'm going to pull up those rings that you opened like so, and then put some rings through the middle.
So you can use your oar for that, or you can use your cocktail stick, or whatever you want to be able to create that pulling up motion.
The rings I've just put through are what you call your number 1 set of rings. So that's 1 set of 2, 2 sets of 2, 3 sets of 2. Those are your 6 rings again. So you've got your number 1 rings, your number 2 rings, your number 3 rings. Do the same as you did before. You support your number 1 rings, let the 2 be supported by your thumb and forefinger.
Yeah.
Let the 3rd rings flop down, open the number 2 rings and pull up the 3rd lot, and then you put 2 rings through there. On my JM guest designer Debbie Bulford page, you will find some 3D images which I did in January, and you'll find some 3D images of all the weaves I'm doing today if you need them. And there is your 1 full Byzantine link.
Fab.
Okay.
So you need 3 of those
for your homework. Okay. So what are we going to make? Well, the thing that we're going to make is the 2nd pendant along. Thank you, Ryan. That one there. That is made with the tiniest jump rings in this kit.
So the 5mm.
The 5mm, and I'll show you how to make it. Now I've made them slightly bigger. Okay.
With the large jump rings.
With the larger jump rings, just so you can see. Okay. So there is your first set, exactly as I've just made, but, whoops, if I hold that up.
But these are the 7mm. If you want to create the one you've created, use the 5mm.
Okay, that is the equivalent to what I've just done with the shower curtains, okay?
Yeah.
So that is my first Byzantine.
First Byzantine.
All right. So first thing you have to do is take the centre ring. Can I put this down on my tile? It's probably easier for me to show you if you don't mind. You've got a centre ring in there, which in this one here is this in the middle, those 2 in the middle.
Yep.
Okay. You need to put 2 sets of 2 through the middle. So I'm going to hold this in my hands and I'm going to put 2 rings through the middle. There's the first ring. Put my ring on my finger so it's easy for me to do that and keep putting it down and getting pliers. So there's number 1. There's number 2.
It's just going next to that one again.
It's going next to that one, that's right. So there's your first 2 rings, like so.
Yeah.
And you put another 2 rings through those. That's 1. And 2.
Again, going next to that one.
That's right. So you get 2 sets of 2. All right. So there we go. 2 sets of 2. You do the same as we did before. Let them fall open. Pull them up. Ooh, if I can do that. There we go. and you put 2 rings through there. So you're adding like a 3rd dimension to your design.
Yeah.
So you're going off from the centre of your design, whoops, open the ring, from the centre of your design, and you're making like a triangular shape. So get my next ring. There we go. It's very difficult when you're trying, sorry Ryan, I'm trying to not move my hands, I'm going to have to. Should have got that one open.
The jump rings are jumping.
Oh, they are being very naughty. Right, so 3 sets of 2. If I put that down on my tile, can you see you've got 3, I don't know if you can see it over the top, it's too far away, but you've got 1, 2, 3. Can you see that from the overhead? Probably can, I think. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can see that.
Yeah? See, you've got like a triangle. 1, 2, 3, like a triangle. Okay.
I got you. Yeah, yeah.
And these will have to fit together like so.
I see. So you've got a triangle of triangles.
Triangle of triangles. Okay. So I'm now going to take a black ring. This is representing the biggest rings that you've got in your kit. And I've put on 4 of the tiniest ones, which are 5mm, I think, in your kit. Okay?
That's right, they are the smallest ones in your kit.
And I'm going to take one side of the triangle and link it to the next side of the triangle.
We're using the black here just so you can see it, aren't we, really?
We are, because otherwise, if I use the tiny ones, you would never, ever pick it up.
No.
So, let me just do this first of all. And I want all these to end up in the centre of my design.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pick up that one and pick up this one. So I put all these together and then put it down, you'll see what I've done. It's difficult to show chainmail on TV properly. Right, so there's my first 2 sets of triangles, and my rings are in the centre here. There's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I now need to bring it together like so.
I see.
Is that easy to see?
Yeah,
sort of.
I know what you mean. Yeah, you can see that it's coming together.
Yeah. Right, so those I need to be in the centre. Yeah. So I need to link that one, and I need to link that one together. I always dread doing these because I think, is anybody going to pick up what I'm doing?
Yeah,
so
no, we're following it.
You sure?
Yeah.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There's your triangles, and here's your 3 links, and you've got 4 links on the inside. Yeah?
Yep. Do you want me to hold it up?
You can do if you want to.
All right.
Yeah.
Just because. Can I use your cocktail sticks? Do you mind?
No, not at all.
Okay, pokes. So it's this one is a triangle, and this one here is.
Oh, well done. Well done, that lady.
You can see. You can actually see. So if I hold it like this, can you see it?
Yeah, perfect.
You got it? Warm in here, isn't it?
Oh, I was having a senior moment.
Do you know what, though? I think it's baking. Is the aircon on?
It is on. I'm just having a bit of a senior moment here.
The aircon happens. What happens is it keeps going hotter and hotter throughout the day. It's broken.
Oh, no.
25 degrees.
I need somebody to stand here with it, you know.
Pete! Right. So those are your 3 triangles joined together. The black jump rings are just there to represent where you'd put the largest ones.
Exactly. So you've got 4 rings on each one coming into the centre of the triangle.
Coming into the centre. Fabulous.
Okay, right. Love it. Now, you need to now pick up 2 of those 4 triangles adjacent to each other. Now, this is very good. It's difficult. Put this in my hand.
We have faith.
Do you?
Yeah.
So I've picked up 2 of the links and 2 of the links. Let me put my ring on.
Yeah.
You see, I put something behind me. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
I've
got you.
Put 2 together.
Got you. I see exactly what you're saying. Yep.
The next one, I'm going to put that down again, Ryan. I'm sorry. Put that down on my tile, and pick up the next lot. So I'm going to pick up 2 rings. 2 rings on the next adjacent one, but I'm also going to go through the black one to link it together. It's very confusing. Can you put your hand behind that? Okay. Can you see that better? Yeah? So
Totally.
Yeah?
Yep.
And the last one, you do the same. So you go through the last two on one, the last two on the next one, and this one you go through the next adjacent black.
So would that be the first one you put on?
So there, thank you, assistant. You do like an interconnecting rings on the inside.
You've kind of done a triangle within a triangle.
Within a triangle.
Within
now,
triangles.
These rings, these links are this design is in a book by a very nice chappie who has said I could use his designs, which is Scott David Plumley, and anyone who's been on my workshops knows him very, very well because I do use his designs a lot. He's the person that recommended me to use the Blender, the 3D pictures.
Oh yes, yeah.
Now, his books are
one.
fabulous, and I would recommend them to anybody who does chainmail. And this design is in there. It's one of his designs, and I have got permission to do it. So that is just an easy way of doing it. Now he also does lots of these triangles and links them together in the most fabulous bracelet and necklace you've ever seen. So this is again a link that you could do and keep building on it.
Keep doing.
And it looks absolutely stunning. I mean, it looks, you know, quite complicated to do, but you can do different things. He's actually, instead of doing the links in the middle, he's linked it with one gemstone and then wire worked it in like a nest in the middle. And it's just different things you can do with Byzantine that you can't do with any other weave. I don't know why. There's something about Byzantine you can use.
It's so useful.
Oh, it is. Really good.
I adore that as a technique, and like you say, I can imagine if you just added a jump ring, started off another one here, you could do a really zigzaggy.
You could do something really contemporary,
really
lovely,
modern, really contemporary.
Yeah, really different designs. You can do that, and different colours. You don't have to do it all in gold or silver. You can do them in all sorts of different colours, which is lovely.
I love it. Do you love it? If you love it, get your hands on this kit because it is our biggest saving kit of the day. You are getting yourself around 49% off today. Your saving was just over £23 for you today. It's stunning little collection for you. Okay,
right.
New one.
We're doing new.
This
is a one for beginners, and I mean true beginners, because this is such a simple weave to do. It's just ridiculously simple.
It's
actually.
this one in the middle here.
That's right. Ever so easy to do. Right. You start off with a large and small. Again, I'm doing in different colours, so it's easier for you to see. You start off with a large ring and two small rings.
Okay.
And another large ring. And the way you get your design is that you push the second ring backwards and push it through the centre of the other rings. Did you see that?
Yes.
Yeah? So let me do that again. So you start off with the rings like that. You push the ring backwards and open up the two small ones, and you pull it over the top.
Yeah. Got it.
That's it. That's the weave.
What?
How easy is that? So if I put on the next one.
Wait, I like hooked myself in, like, right, yeah, I've got that. Next step. Oh, that's it.
That's it.
Wow.
So you just put two rings on again.
So the two smaller ones again.
Two smaller ones again. I'm not closing these up perfectly, but you'll see the idea, because these are quite strong, these aluminium rings, actually.
Okay.
They're very strong, but very light. So you've got one set of rings.
Yeah.
Push the ring back, open up the two small ones, and fold it over. Now you can do it either that way, so the two rings sit in a triangle, like so. So they sit like that, in a triangle, which is how I've done the bracelet. Sorry.
I got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or, if you do them going the same side, they fold over that way.
Oh.
So depending which side you feed your ring, you can either have them sitting together like a feather going all the way down, or you can have the two going out either side. So you can do two different designs depending which side you feed the big ring.
Now, you've just shown how it's got that zigzag to it.
Yeah.
You can't even feel that though, looking looking straight onto
No,
it,
you can't.
But let me show you it, because I actually love that.
It's so simple, but you can also embellish this. You can embellish it with lots and lots of beads. You can embellish it with another row of chainmail going around the outside, or bunch the chainmail around the edges. And it's a simple, simple design to do, but so easy.
And that is
so simple.
Comfortable as well. Really comfortable.
Really moves beautifully on you, I think. It really looks lovely.
Gorgeous.
Really pleased with that one.
Oh my days, I absolutely adore this. I really, really do. I've just seen something sneak in next to me. Oh. Sneaky, sneaky.
Watty?
New tool.
Really? Oh, they're nice. Oh, they are nice.
Oh, they are. Can we get them out and have a nosy?
I like those.
Ooh.
I haven't seen those before. They're lovely, actually. Really nice.
Wow, serious point on these, isn't it?
Lovely.
Really
nice. Good for doing wire work, actually, to get right inside the bracelets. Yeah.
These are your long chain-nosed pliers that I have here for you today. Wow, 5.5 inches these ones are. Look at how long and slender.
Beautiful.
These are really going to get into the nooks, aren't they?
Yeah, really good for doing really intricate patterns, to get into the rings and close them properly. Perfect.
Really sheen point on these. Yeah, getting in there again for the squidging. Perfect for squidging.
For squidging, technical term. Yes.
Also, opening and closing your jump rings.
Yes.
With your...
Well, yeah. I mean, sometimes you need something, especially with the really tiny jump rings, which I work with quite a bit.
Yeah.
To do the flowers or the intricate designs, Japanese sort of shape designs. These are too big. You can't get into the jump rings, but those are perfect.
I do actually know what you mean, because with the small like because I'm sure you've used sort of 4 mils before.
Oh, less than that, yeah.
You've used really small ones, haven't you?
Tiny ones, yeah.
So these would be great for that if you do want to make your own smaller ones. And I have got that gizmo coil coming up in a bit, and some of those ones make quite small,
tiny, yeah.
Really tiny. So if you do want to make your own jump rings with that gizmo,
perfect.
Then you're going to want to get your hands on these, actually, aren't you? I've already got loads of people buying this. Can you please cast your mind back? When was the last time you were in one of those big craft shops, one of those big stores that you'll get your professional jewellery making tools from? Because some people, actually, I like, in fact you do as well, like to go and have a look. We both have a little nosy. Sometimes we kind of compare. Oh, where did you go this weekend? Oh yes, me too. Did you see? You can, the prices you're expecting to be paying for a lot of these types of tools can be really, really up there. It genuinely can. You know us though, you know we are going to do a cracking little price. What price have you seen long chain nose pliers at? Because I've got to say, I don't actually think I've seen any this
probably
long
start in the
before.
shops that we're thinking of, probably about £15–16.
About £16–16
£16, I would say.
We've just found some online. We're doing a bit of research online. Where's that from? From that very well-known stall that the one that everyone knows. It's on lots of high streets. We found the long chain nose pliers. Are they the same size? Exactly the same size, so 5.5 inches, £16 on their website right now. Ours aren't £16. Ours today are under 10. Your price for these brand new long chain nose pliers is just...
Oh my goodness.
There is a letter missing in the code. What is that letter? Pardon? X for X-ray, X for X Factor. You can remember that because at £4.95 for a brand new tool, this certainly has got the X Factor, haven't it? JCGX76 is your code on these today.
And for anyone who does chainmail and gets into it big time, you need 2 pliers. Don't try and do it with a round nose plier and a flat nose plier or a chain plier. because you won't be able to get the rings together. It will actually make a mark on the rings, because you automatically with chainmail hold the pliers really, really tightly. So you will probably need a couple of pairs of this sort of thing to make your chain with. Goodness me.
I've got to admit, I've actually done that with wire before as well.
Have you?
Yeah, and you do mark it.
You do mark it. You have a little dent in, don't you?
And the thing is...
You ruin it then.
Yeah, and I've done it so many times. I think, oh, we'll be really gentle this time. It'll be fine. No.
No, I'm really heavy-handed. That's why I don't do wire very much, because I mark things. But jump rings, I always use 2 flat nose pliers.
Of your long chain nose pliers. This, I guarantee, is going to be one of those tools that you see the guest designers pulling out in their bag time and time again. You know, there's those certain tools that people pull out time and time again.
Well, I would do if I could buy them, but they're probably all gone by now.
Right, I know. There are so many of you getting your hands on these. Can I have a little bit of a stock? What did I start with? About. Brilliant, great. Happy to tell you, very, very happy to tell you, I started off with hundreds of these. It's brand spanking new in stock. So thankfully, you should definitely get the opportunity to own them today. But I'll be honest with you, I've got over 150 of them gone already. You've still got an opportunity. You really, really have. I've got hundreds left for you, okay? But now is your time to be really, really quick. If you're watching at night, do give us a call in, because I know a lot of the time at night you might watch and think, oh, better have missed out on that, better have missed out on that. Hopefully, fingers crossed, don't quote me on it, but hopefully, fingers crossed, you will not have missed out on this, because I still have got a couple of hundred left. Loads of you checking out your baskets, and make sure you do check out, because don't forget as well, if you don't check out before midnight, and it's still in your basket and you think, oh, I forgot to add that, and you want to do it tomorrow, say you want to keep it going, we might actually have sold out by tomorrow, because don't forget, we get paid through the night too. And then you'll also have to pay the extra postage and packaging if you get it past midnight, or you get it tomorrow as well, so that's £2.95 as well. If you're shopping today, you might not be wanting to shop tomorrow, you might plan something else, but if you feel like you're going to miss out on these, you probably will actually just go,
and there are people,
£2.95, I'll get
very,
it.
very sensible people. There's a lot of people up there buying 2 at a time.
Yeah.
Very sensible.
Yeah. Absolutely. Have we got those normal chain nose pliers?
This ones?
Yeah.
There's a big difference.
These are our normal ones. Huge difference. Massive. Isn't that huge? Let me show them. Let me line up the arms, as it were. You see how different that is? That's massive difference, isn't it? And let me also show you the point as well, just so you can really all kind of get a really good idea of where we're going to on these. So this is what we have got. This is kind of your standard set.
Yep.
And then this is our brand new tool. I've got a message in.
Have you?
From someone you might know.
Really? Oh,
someone who's joining me this weekend. It's from Rachel.
Oh, hello, Rachel.
I love those pliers. Wonderful for fine wire work. I just bought my pair. Rachel Norris. Thank you very much, Rachel. Debbie B is amazing. See you on Sunday with Becky. Yes, you will. I'm excited. I've not worked with Rachel before.
Haven't you? She's lovely.
I've met her. I met her on her birthday. She was really, really nice, but no, I've not worked with her. I'm excited.
Lovely show. I should be watching.
Tell you what, Rachel, if you've got a chance, text in a little sneaky of what maybe to expect. Yes, Ryan, this means sneaky.
All right.
Sneaky. Ooh, texted. Because I'm excited. I'm not sure I've got an idea of what we're doing, but if you could give us a little clue, that'd be nice. These are cracking for getting right into the nooks and crannies, aren't they? They really
perfect for wire work and things, yeah.
Truly, truly are. What I will say to you is I've got a massive amount gone, shot out of the door. There is a queue on the phone. I will be with you though. This is the kit coming up at the bottom of the screen right now for you. Regal Elegance, $24.95 for you on that today. Oh, going to put it on my Facebook page. Love that. Oh, can't wait. Rachel Norris is going to put it on my Facebook page. Thanks, love. So I have got your long chain nose pliers, brand spanking new, 5.5. Your missing letter is X. X for the X factor.
Yep. Right then. Do another demo?
I would love that.
Okie doke.
Let's go.
Right.
Stay where you are on the phone, we will be with you.
Yeah, going to a couple more demos. So, first one, really, really simple, easy peasy. One I've been asked to do, which is why I did the rose bracelet, like little rosebuds.
Oh, I love these, yeah.
Because it's nice to put gemstones in the middle of those. And this could not be easier. The easiest bracelet you'll probably ever make, and it's nice to put these little rosebuds at the back of your extender chains or on the bottom of earrings or what have you. And I've actually used those roses in amongst the hair comb as well.
Oh yes,
some little roses.
Gorgeous.
So, right, how do you start? This is so easy. First of all, start with one closed jump ring, and I'm going to do them in different colours so you can see the layers. So one closed jump ring, couldn't be easier. Take a second ring. Oh, and don't do that. I'm going to use my ring and close it. So second ring, and then drop it. I'm going to drop it onto my tile. Drop it, and as it falls, it will fall with one on top of another. See that? Then I'm going to put my next colour through the middle. Just scoop it up. Oh, they're alive. They're alive.
That's why they're called jump rings.
Oh, very good. Then drop it. Drop it again. Go on, drop, drop, drop.
Okay.
And it will go again together nicely. Yep, naturally together.
Okay.
Then I'm going to scoop that up. I'm going to pick it up this time. Put another ring on and drop it. If you do that every time, it will fall into a flower shape. And put one more on.
Again, each time you're adding one on, you're going through all of them, aren't you? So it's really
every
easy.
single one. So I'm just going to let that drop. Didn't drop properly. That's it. Back into a rose, and you keep going until it's sort of the size that you want. Here's the one I did, the true style. I just drop it. There you go. It's better. There you go. There's one flower, and if I put a ring through this and hold it up, you see you get like a little rose effect. And them sort of folded on top of one another. You see that?
Yeah, perfectly.
Okay.
So cute.
So that's nice on the bottom of an earring, or say the bottom of an extender chain or something. And then I would make my second rose. This isn't quite as big as the one next door to it. Never mind. Close it up and keep adding my roses for my bracelet. So you just keep going and going and going until you have a bracelet that's long enough with all the roses in the same colour.
That is so much easier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, you just keep going, and if you keep going until you actually can't move anymore inside, it looks really, really pretty. I've only used about 4, I think, on each one.
I can't get over that. The lovely thing with this as well is you can just create as many of those roses as you like.
Oh yeah, and just put them in a pot and use them whenever you want.
And use them whenever you want. But that's really easy. That's so easy, actually. It's something you could get, you know, the slightly older kids to have a go at, you know, couldn't you? Because it's school holidays, isn't it? And I adore how beautiful. I do think it looks better on the skin because you can kind of see it better against the black.
Oh yeah, with a spinel.
Look at that.
Isn't that beautiful?
That is so high-end. Genuinely so high-end. It's almost got a tennis bracelet feel to it, actually, hasn't it?
And all I've done is just use the black wire just to go in and out of the little roses, and then just wound it around the end with the toggle clasp, that's all.
Right, so hang on. Explain to me how you added those gems on.
I've just got a piece of wire, okay.
The 025 that comes in that kit at the bottom of the screen.
Pushed it through one of the roses, put a spinel on and just pushed it back through, and then threaded it up through and back. So it literally is holding itself in the middle.
Got you.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I know exactly
And then
what you mean.
I've just literally wound it around one of the jump rings at the end, and that's it, just hidden it.
Because you can't even see that wire, actually.
No,
I can on the back.
It is. If I turn it round, if you can see just one piece of wire.
Oh yeah. Yeah, tiny
just one tiny piece of wire going across.
Isn't it?
And it just sits really beautifully. So how simple is that? One of the easiest bracelets you can do, but I think it's really lovely. Again, if you do those with great big rings, I've done them before with huge rings and they look really funky, especially if you do them in different colours.
I absolutely adore you and I adore your work. I'm starting to get slightly frustrated though because I'm working every day this week.
And you want to have a go?
I really want to have a go. But the great thing with that is that actually I can do it at night.
You can do it in seconds, can't you really?
Yeah. Couldn't you?
Yeah, you really can. You really can.
I could probably do that whilst watching Corrie.
Oh yeah, you
Good
make
enough.
2 or 3 of those. Yes, took me about 20 minutes to make that.
Yes!
As I said earlier upstairs, it's thinking of the design that takes the time.
Yeah.
It's not making these designs, it's actually thinking, what am I going to do? Once you've got the design in your head, that's the hard part. The easy
Helena
part
would
is
like
making
to
it.
know, how much would you charge for that bracelet?
For that rosary one?
Yeah.
Depending on, because it's got spinel in it, I'd
Yeah, of
probably charge sort of £30 for that.
Yeah.
Because I think £30–40, depending if you were to have obviously gold-plated, sterling silver gold-plated rings or whatever,
Oh,
then
yeah.
that's different. But you've got spinel in there, and probably £35–40 would be easy.
Amazing, right? One bracelet whilst you're watching Corrie, or the soap of your choice, and you will have made a bit of a profit just on that one piece, on the whole kit.
Yeah. Now this one is the 4-in-1, which is what the necklace was made in.
Yes. I'll remind you of that necklace. I'll just go and get it for you.
Might disappear otherwise.
Yes! I've literally been thinking for at least the last hour and a half, how can I casually go and put that necklace back on? So yes, just as a reminder,
Yeah, of course,
we've not got a bust here, so I'll just pop it on
Will you?
for you.
Fine.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay,
yeah.
so this is the same as I did round the neck in the necklace that Becky's pinching. And I've just put an extra row. If I hold that up, you can see it's very fine. I've put an extra row, and I've added these little gold beads on either side, just as a little feature on the centre of the bracelet, because I had a few of the beads left over. So I also put on a little tag. I love to put things that move onto jewellery.
Yeah,
so I've just popped a little charm on the bottom there with,
I adore
with the
that little charm.
Little garnet and what have you.
Super cute, the little charm thing.
Shall I sort you out, dear?
Yeah, please.
Where-
Is it
where
done
are
up at the back?
No.
Didn't think so. Just to let you know as well that I have got hundreds of the chain nose pliers gone. If you've just tuned in, I have got it here for you somewhere. I'll find them for you in a second. Are they on side here? Are they? They've gone walkies. They're the longer chain nose pliers, brand spanking new tool, £4.95. Checking out those baskets. I'll show you them in a minute. We're just going to grab them out. Wonderful. So we're going to do this one now.
This I know we've done before, but I shall repeat it just for those who haven't seen it before.
Okie dokes.
Right. This European 4-in-1 is used to make bracelets that we've made before, and that's European 4-in-1 but folded in half, so you can get an idea of what we can do.
I remember doing those ones because this is kind of reminiscent of chain mail, as you would think.
Exactly.
Isn't it?
So this is the original sort of chain mail.
Yeah.
And that is the sort of pattern that you want to get.
Get you.
So if I take some of these apart and I'll talk you through it. You need sets of 3 rings. So you need a centre ring and 2 others. So I'll just take this apart.
Okay, so this is the one that we're aiming for, isn't it?
Yep. And once you've got that, you can embellish it in so many different ways. You really can. Are you all right there?
Yep.
That does look
Just
quite nice.
look at
on
more
you,
people checking out. Does it?
Yeah, that's quite nice. I can see that
amazing,
disappearing.
to be honest. And also, do you know what else? This looks like a crown. So
you're all set up, really.
I love it. Can't you just imagine it? Yeah, these are your chain nose. Here it is. Let me show you these if you've just tuned in. Sorry about the graphics. There's an X missing. X. These are for the new ones. I've got more people checking out their baskets, more people coming on the telephones. We've just done a price comparison on a very well-known store's website. Same size, same length, £16. Yours today, $4.95.
Right, this is how you start it off. You have 3 rings in a row, like so. You get 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Hold one ring flat between your thumb and forefinger and let the other 2 stand up. Let them fall open like so. So they're like Mickey Mouse ears. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So they actually part. They don't go the same way. They go opposite ways, so they stand out like so. All right. Take your next set of 3 rings. Now you need to go down one and up through the other. which is difficult to show you with these rings, but you'll see what I mean in a second. So I'm going down one ring, and I'm coming up.
I see.
And then the rings open again. They stand up, let them part like Mickey Mouse ears, and they fall like so.
I wonder, do you want us to see that from above?
Yeah, would you? Because I think that's easier to see. So there we go. So that is what we do. So there's the second set and the third set.
Yeah.
If I were to do it again, we could take 3 more and go down. And then up through this ring, and you get another set and another set and another set.
Got you.
If that was in, imagine that had been woven in, and you end up keep going on and on and on and on.
Got you.
So then that becomes
that section there.
Okay.
And that's the one on this neck piece as well, isn't it?
Exactly the same. And you just do that as long as the bracelet is needed, and then stop. And I have put some extra rings along the centre 5 here, just to make it slightly wider, and I've added some little gold balls. You see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Now the necklace right at the end there, the pendant, has some little charms going through.
Oh yeah.
That is doing a European 4-in-1. But if you can imagine, this is the reason why I did this bracelet. The centre of this bracelet, and I've done 5 rings. And I've done 5 rings either side. And then I would do 3 rings, then 2 rings, then 1 ring, and then hang it from the top and the bottom, and you form a diamond. And that is how I got that pendant. And through the centre rings, all I did was use a head pin and put some little beads and just pulled it up. Now I did a designer inspiration a couple of months ago where I did exactly the same. I used a European 4-in-1 and wound some tiny garnets through the middle, and it actually makes it stiff. Actually makes it go into a curve. It makes it very, very stiff. So that is a European 4-in-1 with a bead just fed through the middle. So this again can be used in so many different ways. It can be made wider just by going down one side, like this silver one here, or you can, if I had this silver one and I rolled it together and put rings down the middle, you then get this, which is like a triangular bracelet. There are so many different things you can do with chainmail. It's just, you know, infinite really, the things you can do.
What I love about it as well, there's not actually that many different areas, that many different things. There's literally, it can just be the case of adding 1 jump ring, and it, like on this, closes it up, it changes the look entirely.
I mean, if you look at the gentleman I spoke about earlier, this Scott David Plumley, all he does is Byzantine. Yeah. He's got 2 huge books of Byzantine, and he just does 1 weave, and in that weave he has hundreds of different designs. It's amazing what you can do with this chainmail. Beautiful though, beautiful. I love it. Love it.
I absolutely adore it. I am in awe of these pieces. I really, truly am. We've got a good 5 minutes.
Okay.
In fact, I can give you 7 if you want.
I'm only going to talk you through the slide, shall I? Very quickly.
Beautiful.
Very quickly.
Yeah, and I'll bring you the gizmo coil in a moment as well.
So I had this hair comb, sat there for ages and ages, and thought, how can I make that look different? And so all I did was bend up every other sort of tooth, as it were, and made it into a crown. So I just made it go spiky like that. I love it. And then just use the wire, as Sheila does, on just twisting the wire into lots of little roses, and then just wound them around. Ever so simple. The cuff, I did exactly the same, but rather than splaying them out, I just put them straight together like so, and just literally threaded on a load of beads on the wire and just wound it round. That's all I did. It was literally just wound round. Yes, that's all I did, was just put them all on a piece of wire and just wound in between all the things. It was so simple because I'm not a wire worker. I just went backwards and forwards till I liked the look of it, and that's it.
I absolutely love this, because some of you who perhaps maybe you've done the bridal and you've done the boutique, but you want to branch out into something else, and you've still got loads of the same thing, loads of these. If you are into bridal, if you are into the boutique, I'm sure you will have hundreds, possibly even, of these combs at home. But this is a totally different feel.
Yeah, you see, I wanted to go one step further, but I ran out of rings and things, because I wondered whether you could actually chainmail down the edges, because I thought that would catch on clothing. And I think if you had wire, you could actually, if anybody's out there does wire work, because I only had black, really fine wire, it was too fine, if I had thicker wire, you could actually, you know, do a wire design going up and down these as a cuff, and then do some chainmail bits and pieces, and it looks stunning. It really would look stunning as a cuff, but I didn't have the right wire to do it.
I love that. You absolutely could weave in between them.
But lovely actually to do almost like a macrame weave, but with wire.
Yeah.
You know, going up and down.
Even just a really simple basket style.
Yeah.
Oh, my days. Now, I have got the gizmo coiler coming up for you in a moment, and so that's the final piece really you need, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It's the final piece you need to create your very own jump rings, isn't it?
Absolute must have for all jewellery makers.
Especially
so I use mine all the time.
As this is your deluxe version, isn't it?
Oh yes.
Now this is absolutely, really quite imperative if you want to make your own jump rings.
I use. Oh gosh, you have to make your own jump rings. Yes, absolutely. Yes, you can't do it without those. But I use it for all types of jewellery making, not just chainmail. I just find that it's just an absolute essential.
It is fab, isn't it? This is your deluxe set. Now when we say that, we mean that we have more of your mandrels. The thing I always think about this one in particular is it is perfect for your chain mail, because it does actually have the dimensions on the back, doesn't it? And they are your internal dimensions, aren't they?
Yes, they are indeed, yeah. And also anybody who's going to be watching Rachel Norris's
on
Sunday, I'm sure she'll be using a gizmo of some sort in her design. So if you haven't got one and you want to make along.
There is a letter missing. What's the letter, my love? An X again? What's wrong with the X? On holiday.
Yeah.
There we are. Oh, I thought I'd peeled it, then I've been casually trying to peel it.
Can you do it?
I'm determined, if nothing. I just want to show you on the back the internal diameters of these, because again, if you've only joined us today for the first one of the chainmail, do look back, because the first and the second one we talk a lot about the importance of internal diameter and why you need that. But on the back of here, it actually tells you what each rod, what rings they create with, and their internal diameter.
It does indeed, yeah.
So you've got your 1.2 all the way to a 5.2 internal diameter.
Yeah. And they are spot on, I have to say. They're really good measurements. They are, as long as you do it really tight, not too tight so you can't get it off the rod, but tight, they are really spot on.
So when lovely, was it Susie who messaged him before and was asking about that weave, and you said to her, for that weave in particular, want minimum a 3.5 in the centre. Well, then on this you've got two rods that will be perfect. You've got the 4.2 and the 5.2, but you can still, of course, use these ones just for different weaves.
Oh, of course you can, yeah. Not just for chainmail, even just for jump rings, just for normal jewellery making. They're ideal.
Absolutely. If you haven't seen a gizmo coil put together, because you can use it for these jump rings, but we have got loads of pieces done with it. You can make rings with this. You can make earrings with this. You can make talks with this. Perfect. Thank you very much, Ryan.
Oh, well done.
This is made, the main areas of this are just made with a gizmo coil. All of these connectors, all of this end knot here, every single one of these connectors all the way up the torque, this is created with the gizmo. Even the clasp, if I can show you, is created with a gizmo coil.
And we've got all the gizmo DVDs as well, haven't we?
A load of gizmo coil DVDs as well. £4.95. Go on the website, call to call centre. So you've got the 5 rods. You've also got in here the clamp as well, which people adore, don't they? So you can add it to a surface if you need to.
If you need to, I sometimes do it freehand. But the nice thing with that is that you're not searching around for a clamp. You don't have to put it on a piece of wood and everything else. That is just ready to go on a table.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
Ready to go if you want it to. So the letter you're missing is an X, like X Factor.
Well done.
Thank you. Your price today for our deluxe gizmo coil is just £7.95 for you today. QGZX 79 is your code on this today, and it's just £7.95. Have we had loads more messages in? Let's get some messages in. You ready for question time?
Yeah. I love this. Go on.
Okay, let's get some in. Where to start? Helena's just gone. There's so many. Where to start? Okay, let's get some of these in. One's on its way. Hello, lovely lady. This is Michelle. Oh, you're going to be reading this, aren't you? If I have not got toggle clasp, Debbie, Could you show me one I could make, please? And that's from Michaela in Suffolk. So if you've not got your toggle clasp, you want to know how to do one.
Go on then.
I love that. Good. Because actually, when I'm looking on your designs, you've used toggle clasps for the vast majority.
I have. You're quite right. Rachel is fabulous for doing toggle clasps with her gizmo. Fabulous. Anyway, here we go. This is how I make them at home. I've used this colour wiring because it's easier for you to see. Okay. So I do one little round, okay, like so, and then put my pliers back in and just kink it out to the side, just so. Thank you. Out to the side, right? Yeah. And then I'm going to put it right at the bottom of my pliers. If you've got some chunky pliers, like the bail makers, they're even better. So just wind round to the bottom, and I'm just going to go round and round and round just to neaten it off, okay? Wrap loop styling. Yep. So that's very, very quickly done. So that's the loop part of it. Cutters, the loop part, which I've left the loop open, ready to go onto a jump ring. Obviously, you have to neaten that off a little bit. Talk much yourselves, so I just neaten it. That's the toggle, the loop bit. The loopy bit. The loopy bit. Okay. And actually, if you did it with quite a strong wire, could you use that in kind of a lariat style of necklace as well, couldn't you? There's your little loop, okay? Let's go on to one side. Got ya. All right, but I've left that so it's not in the wrap, so you can sort of undo it and put it on. Fab. Okay, right, so that's the one side. Toggle. There are lots of different ways of doing toggles. So this is the kind of T-bar bit, is it? Yep. So first of all, make a loop, and I've just twisted it. There, just once. Yeah. Okay, twisted it once. All right. Now there are various ways of doing this. You can bend the two sides back, making sure they're going to fit inside. I've used my flat nose pliers. Bend the two sides back so you've got a bar on either side. Do that on the other side. So it's nice and strong now. And take the excess wire around the loop. Oops. Rachel will be far better at demonstrating this than me. You're doing a fine job. Oh, I don't know. Take the excess wire, I won't wind it around now, the excess wire around the loop, and then you've got like a T-bar. Or, like that, yeah? I see, like a little, I get it, a lot neater than that. Or, how I would probably do it myself, would be like this. I would twist the wire. If you've got a wire twister, this isn't going to work particularly well. Would a wire twister make it easier? Oh gosh, yes. Or even our lovely twisted wire that we've had in recently. Oh yeah, good talk. 'Cause that's super strong, isn't it? Absolutely super strong. Right, so cut one side off. Make a loop with the other. So the singular one that you haven't double wrapped, you're making a loop with. Yeah, and go back to the centre, or back along it. This one maybe not that long enough, but never mind. And then the centre one you just cross over. Genius. How easy is that? That is so clever. That's so well, easy. It's very, very untidy, but you can make all sorts of things. One thing I know that Rachel does, which is a really good idea, is use an eye pin or a head pin and thread on a couple of gemstones with the eye at one side, then twist it and then put another couple of gemstones with an eye on. And that looks really pretty. Or just a hook. See, making a T-bar, I think, if you don't make it properly, it looks a real mess. And I think it's better just to make a hook, which is made in a similar sort of way, where you just do a little loop and then use your pliers at the biggest point to make a nice hook shape. Neaten off the end. This is where you could do with those very fine pliers to make a nice tiny little loop. I've got the fine round nose coming up for you in a bit as well. And just make a hook and eye. I think that's probably the easiest thing to do. I think it looks a lot neater, unless you've got... We had some toggle makers, didn't we? Do you remember? Yes, I do. That looks a lot neater to me with if you're not making your own. Yeah. But ask Rachel Norris. It's one thing to ask her to show how to do a toggle clasp. Rachel, if you're watching,
challenge
Your gizmo toggle clasps
set.
are fabulous.
Challenge set. Such an exciting weekend, you know. I've got a Viking knit show on Saturday with spellbinding as well.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I cannot wait for a bit of Viking
Well,
knit.
she'll show you how to do a toggle clasp
on
better
Friday,
than me.
do you know what's happening on Friday?
What's that?
Christmas.
Fiona.
It's Christmas.
Is Fiona Potter doing it? Because
Yeah.
I know she was doing it, yeah. It's Christmas!
It's Christmas! On Friday, we've all had an email sent around that said, bearing in mind how hot it is and also bearing in mind that the air conditioning is broken, we all got an email sent around saying, please, if you have any Christmas jumpers, wear them on Friday.
You are joking, aren't you?
I mean, Christmas jumper and a bikini. I mean, what bacon. Oh, maybe just a hat.
Oh, she was talking to me about what she was doing, or she emailed me the other day and said she was doing
God.
Christmas.
So exciting. I've got a great weekend coming
dear.
up. Cannot wait. Coolios. Well, I will
funny.
ask lovely Debbie B a couple more of your questions in a wee while. But we're going to break now. Already time flies. Thank you so much for showing us that. What a way
I'm
of a
not a
time.
wire worker, so I have to ask Laura.
You've done a cracking job. You really, really have. How's challenge going?
It's not at the moment, but it will be in a minute. It will be in a minute.
Good. Don't worry, you've got a good 50 or so minutes. I will see you after this break for the connoisseur's choice and so many discounts. Stay where you are for me, please.
And make yellow flowers. Holy Mother says, take your burden down to my soil. Now we'll make yellow flowers for you.
If you miss a Jewellery Maker show, then simply go to our YouTube page where you'll be able to find hours of Jewellery Maker footage. Search by show, date or type. Alternatively, search by guest designer by using our playlist page. You can also find hours of tutorials with handy hints and tips to give you inspiration. Our YouTube page is updated on a daily basis, so you can access any show at any time. Stay in touch with Jewellery Maker.
Welcome to Designer Inspiration. Boy, oh boy, the wait truly is nearly over for the extremely sublime, possibly once in a lifetime opportunity for you to get your hands on connoisseur's choice of gemstone. It's coming up for you very soon, and I promise Your unseen is going to be under £40 for you today. It shouldn't be, but it's even going to be under 30. I cannot wait, I'm so excited. What a wonderful day we have had today. Let's carry on with the good deals, shall we? Let's carry on bringing you some greatness. Where are we starting? Ooh! Faceted Labradorite with this much Labradorescence is unusual, to say the least, but it's here for you today. 90 carats worth, pairs, top drilled, and look at the Labradorescence. I am so sure that our Labradorite is just going up and up and up in quality all the time. Look at the amount of colour play that you're getting from this. Labradorite's an interesting one. It has this shimmer, this sheen called a Labradorescence, which is this internal glow, this internal glimmer. If you are new to Jewellery Maker, because I know that a lot of people have been buying from today for the first time, loads of you got your hands on the lovely chainmail goodies we've had on so far. If you are new to jewellery making and Jewellery Maker, you're not sure what Labradorite is, essentially it is this a gorgeous deep body gemstone which has this property called Labradorescence, which essentially means that you get underneath the surface of the gem blues, golds, multitude of colours that just span. It's sometimes referred to as a schiller. Now, if you are new to us as well, you might be able to see some of these areas of interest. But what I will say is the light in here really doesn't do it any justice. Genuinely, and I'm not just saying it, why I would, of course I wouldn't just say it. Generally, the lights in here do it no justice, and the reason is that they're so strong, they're pointing in the wrong direction for you to really appreciate it. There's lots of different layers in the camera which just blast out some of this. Get it home to really, really appreciate this, because honestly, the quality is the type you'd expect to see in those cabs that we've had recently. But the fact of the matter is they're faceted as well. So your eye is initially drawn to the gemstone because, come on, it's Labradorite, of course your eye is drawn to the gemstone. It's drawn to this beautiful flash, isn't it, of those facets. And then as you're peeled in more and more, or lured in by this gemstone, you see those beautiful flashes just under the surface. It's seriously high quality Labradorite. Your price today is just £11.95 for this quality of Labradorite. That is absolutely phenomenal. It truly, truly is. But it's not staying there. Lowest price, anyone? Ever? £9.95 for you today. Never seen before. Low, low price. This is serious quality. For £11.95, this is serious quality at an astonishing price. At £9.95, this is serious quality at a mind-boggling price. It really, truly is. It is an astonishing gemstone. And don't just think of the quality, you know, think of the work that's gone into this. I've brought you strands that are plain rounds that still have beautiful Labradorescence like this, but they're plain rounds at £9.95. And yeah, of course, the sizes might differ, etc. But to do a plain round can be a lot easier to create for the Labradoress than to create a faceted drop with a drill hole perfect just at the top of this gemstone. So loads of work gone into it, loads of quality, but a really low price point. £9.95. Stunning. Speaking of stunning, no, that's my sapphire. This is my, oh, it's my favourite. Oh my goodness. Okay. Just look already at the box on this. You know it's quality when you see this, don't you? Now, this is another one of those gemstones which is lost, frankly, in under these lights. I do get quite frustrated, don't I? When I show quality opal like this, it bugs me. It really, really bugs me, because the fact of the matter is, I can see here, as I hold it behind the desk, and it's not quite in these horrendous lights. Can you have a look at the lights for me? This is what we're dealing with here. Look at them. That's what we're dealing with. And that's just sort of one there, but there's more there. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in front of me. I've got 8 lined up here, all at you, okay? Every single one of those lights is just going bang, bang. It's lighting brightly so you can see the guest design, so you can see me, so you can see the set. But what that bright light does, every single one of these with these huge double tubes, 4 double tubes in them, is just, it just kills the colour play in this opal. And then you're dealing with the cameras that have loads and loads of layers of glass in that then again kills and kills and kills. So I know that when I've taken this outside, I am hit in the face by pinheads of opalescence like nothing else you've ever seen. Think of, to me, your kind of archetypal, perfect example, perfect idea of opal, because genuinely, this is gonna be hitting that. You're not about to see any of that. Please trust me. Please. Can you see that tiny little bit there? That is not even, I would say, 1%. That's not even 1% of what you're actually getting on this strand. It is, honestly, Debbie B, it's so frustrating.
It is frustrating because I can see it from over here. It is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The colours are just amazing.
It is actually, I think, the best example I've ever seen of opal.
It's shining. It really is like glowing inside, isn't it? It's beautiful.
You've got red pinheads in there as well. That's the rarest opalescence in the world. Okay. Opal's my favourite gemstone. You know already I'm passionate about it. You know, it's so frustrating for you. It really, really is that you can't see it. But the fact of the matter is, I would not stand here and say to you that there is loads of opalescence in this if there wasn't, because you'd just all send them back. And then there'd be absolutely no point in that, and that'd come up on a report about me. We all have reports on ourselves. You can have a look at the strands, you can have a look at who sold the strands in the past, you can have a look at who the producer was in the past. Oh, sorry. So if they were able to come back, then I'd get into trouble, obviously. So I wouldn't stand here and say to you that there was so much colour play when there wasn't. That slide's giving you a bit of a better feeling, but nothing huge, nothing massively dramatic. This is your Ethiopian opal. Now you should know that quality name here. And if we have a little think about Ethiopia and where this is from, we know the kind of mines that we're working in that area. We know that these are, yeah, actually, have you got that photo? You can see that you've got here, you see this sort of cliff face here, 3,200 meters above sea level, okay? Now, if you have a little look in that really, really far corner, just there, you see that area there? That is where these are mined from, that square there. My next picture is going to zoom into that, so it's going to zoom into that box, look. That is on that face, as it were. People abseil down to there, actually. And that's just it. That's, again, zoomed in even more to it. So that was all of the people. It's around 1 to 2 meters into the crust of that. So you can abseil down and then you go in. At the end of the day, would they bother doing that if you couldn't get this stunning gem? Do you think this will work?
I don't know, maybe.
Have a little look. So I'm just trying to show it under a cave. Does it work? Sort of ish.
Yeah, it does actually, I think.
a little bit. Oh, hang on, a little bit there, little bit more in the middle.
Hang on.
This is under kind of doming. Let me get your pricing for this. It is seriously exceptional. Your price today is just £34.95. It is remarkable. Imagine that, but times it in your head again, because honestly, even that is more impressive to the eye. I've had someone text in about it who's bought this before. I have 2 of these strands. Trust Rebecca, as they are extraordinary. Colour play rivals a Gems TV ring. Tanya, thank you. Tanya, can you understand how frustrating this is for me? Knowing this and seeing this in front of me. I've taken it outside. Have you taken yours outside? Take it on an outside date. It's frustrating, isn't it? Thank you so much for texting us in. That's so kind of you. Do trust me, honestly. I wouldn't mess you about when it comes to Opal. Quite frankly, I'm far too passionate about it. £34.95. It is a magnificent Opal. It is stunning. It is yours today for a ridiculously low price point. Just £34.95. Box. Okay. From one wonder to another. This is the moment a lot of you will have been waiting for. The gemstone I'm about to show you is truly one of the connoisseur's choices. It is one of those gemstones which, if you've been in the trade for a long time, if you've done your GIA training, perhaps you just love collecting books, going to museums, reading, learning about genuine gemstones and how Mother Nature creates them, you will already know plenty about this gemstone. You've only seen this strand ever once before. I'm going to be straight. I've got 16 of them. I said originally it's going to be under 40. I've then told you it's going to be under 30. I can guarantee under 30 for you, but I can't guarantee that if you don't get on the phone now, you will get it, because I've got 16 and I've already got people on the phone. Take a look. The most unique gem you'll ever seen. Wow. This is one of Mother Nature's most prized delights. It was the 2008 Beijing Olympics Gemstone of the Year. It has got this deep, rich, internal luster. It has a body of colour unlike anything else I could possibly describe. I've already got people who have bought this. I have already got people who have confirmed this on the telephone and on the website. I want to give you all the opportunity to own this. I promise it's gonna go under 25. Get yourself on the phone now. I'll bring the price in a minute, but I just want to give people the opportunity. I've told you the price. I've told you I'm gonna go under £25 on this. If you're a connoisseur, well, basically, I can tell that you 5 there already are. Tanya, who's getting it. Hillary's already bought it. Anne's already got it. Someone in London's already got it. And Jean's already got it. A lot of your names, actually, I recognise. And a lot of your names that I'm seeing up here, you are the people that know your stuff. Because I recognise a lot of your names. And when I bring really unusual gemstones on, at least 2 of you I know of are usually straight away on the phone, and you're usually the first ones to purchase. This is a gemstone which is such an illustrious history. This gemstone is so sought after that when they first found it essentially, and they were first selling it on the market. When they were asked the source of the location, so of course, you know, we always tell you the location of all our gemstones, it comes at the bottom of your screen. When they were first asked, for many, many years, around 20, 30 years, where they sourced the gemstone, they wouldn't tell you. They wouldn't say, because it was such a kept secret. Around 20, 30 years, they wouldn't say. In fact, gem collectors who used to get their hands on this, shops who used to buy it, big high-end name brands who used to get their hands on it, would guess where it was from. They were guessing it was from India, which has never been found to have a large source of this at all. They were guessing it was from all of these different locations. It wasn't actually true. They couldn't pinpoint it until very, very recently. But they literally had groups of people scouting, following people who were getting their hands on this. They had people who would follow the shipments back to the location to try and find where this gemstone came. It was seriously one of the gem world's best kept secrets for many, many years. The main location for this and the main yield is where this one is from. It's Mongolia. But they kept that secret for many, many years. I can't believe I'm about to bring this gemstone to you at this price point. Congratulations, everyone. I've got double figures left, but only just. Your price today is just £21.95. When you see this on our sister channels, this is always, always, always with the highest grade of silver or with the 18 karat gold. Always, always. It's always this same body of colour. It's always got this beautiful clarity effect to it. It's always got this really internal interest. Always. This is that kind of almost gem quality. It really, really is. It's got that effect to it. You have got faceted andesine here today at under £40. That is absolutely astonishing. And you know what? If you look for this anywhere else, you will be hard pushed to find it. You really, really, really will. Another interesting thing about this actually is, if you're planning on looking in books for information on this, if your book wasn't written in the last 10 years, you would be hard stretched to find it, because this is such a new gemstone realistically to the gem world. What do you think of this, Debbie B?
I love it. Well, you know, they're my sort of colours. I just think they're russety sort of colours. They're beautiful. Yeah. And the picture that you've got that's been going behind you, it looks almost like they've been coated in fairy dust. Do you know what I mean? They just glisten.
Yeah, you're right.
They really glisten. And I don't know the gemstone that does that quite that much. It's, even though they are coloured, they're sparkling.
They are seriously sparkly,
like quartz, you know, that sort of colour. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
It is majestic, it is magical, and it is yours today for, honestly, a fraction of the price.
It's gorgeous.
You would be paying anywhere else in the world. And actually, from some locations that you get this from, you can actually only get it around 2 months of the year as well. It's just astonishing. It really, really is. Get your hands on it whilst you can. $25 carats worth of your one and only times you're going to see this. It truly is. This has only been seen once before. I'm already into my single figures on this now. ZCJN72, it's £21.95. I'm going to have to move on because there are people waiting on the phones for that. Okay. Ooh. Gosh. I haven't actually had aquamarine on of this quality for quite some time. I've had my mixed strands of multi-beryl, but not just aquamarine. Have a look. 90 carats worth. So beautiful. This is such an exquisite strand. It really, really is exceptional. I cannot get over the clarity on some of this. Let me just pick out a couple. Look at that. Wow. Look at the quality of this. Look at how the light travels through this gemstone. This, with this shape, imagine that. How gorgeous. Because you could faux prong set it, couldn't you? Let me find a slightly bigger one to give you a better idea. You could faux prong set that, couldn't you? Classic. That's kind of almost that archetypal gemstone shape, isn't it? You know, when you think of gemstones, when you're younger, you might think of that shape, mightn't you? Aquamarine is one of those gemstones which is absolutely huge this year, and that is because a very famous little company picked up this gemstone and have chosen it to be part of their Blue Book. Now, if you're not sure what Tiffany and Co.'s Blue Book are, they've been doing it for many, many, many years, and it's essentially something that highlights, something that stands out, their fashion pieces, what they're going to be working with, what they're going to expect to see around more and more, what they're going to expect to see, you know, really high up there on people's wish lists for that year. And this year, one that is present time and time again is this gemstone. I've actually got a beautiful picture of one of their pieces here for you. That is a piece of Tiffany and Co.'s Blue Book Aquamarine and Diamond Bracelet. Now, look at that, set into platinum, of course. Aquamarine set into platinum, that is. The Blue Book was published in 1845, and the tagline that Tiffany used for it is, the Tiffany Blue Book features the world's rarest and most beautiful gemstones. That's the tagline for the whole book. Tiffany's Blue Book features the world's rarest and most beautiful gemstone. And aquamarine has come up in that book this year time and time and time again. That's just one of the pieces. It is a beautiful, fresh, rejuvenating gemstone, and this quality in this shape and style is going to work for you time and time again. Your price today, whoa. I can't actually get over that. That's because I'm looking at this quality. I have got a few in here that the transparency is the type you might be expected to see on a £50 strand. Look at that. Genuinely. That is stunning. Look at this. Look at how that light, look at the life of this gemstone. Look at that internal brilliance. That firing inside.
You saw that in a jeweller's window, in a ring.
Yeah.
You wouldn't look twice, would you? It's sort of £100 plus.
Ah, no, you really wouldn't. No, you really, really wouldn't.
No, it's beautiful.
100%. And you could create that look really easily. Faux prong set with maybe a 925.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Isn't that absolutely stunning? It really, really is. Sorry, I'm going to dust with water. I had some falafel in the break. It's driving my throat right out. Didn't have enough hummus, if I'm honest. £12.95. I cannot get over the price point. I really can't. It is just such an exceptional strand at that price. And it's kind of one of the world's most popular colours, isn't it?
Oh, it is. It's just so feminine, isn't it? It's so beautiful. I love it. And it just reminds me of holidays. It makes me feel happy when I look at that.
I absolutely agree. There's loads of you coming in for this. Pete, this is one of your favourite gemstones as well, isn't it, Mermaid Pete? That's why we call him Mermaid Pete, because aquamarine's one of his favourites. Pete, I don't know why you're walking away, love. Come back. It's one of your favourites though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It truly, truly is. What do you think of this strand?
Really nice, yeah.
Good. We've had people messaging in for what they might like to see you doing. So there's a couple I want you to work on.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. This is for the weekend, more of Pete's impressions. We should have done a Christmassy one. Right, Christmassy one for Friday. Can I have, you can pick anyone festive. Okay.
Anyone festive.
Anyone festive. What did people text him with that you were saying before? We had Elvis.
How is that festive?
No, this is for the whole weekend. Okay. So Saturday may be Elvis. Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Is Forrest Gump one that you already have in your back catalogue?
Possibly.
Is it?
That's not difficult. That's like.
Is it? Oh, that's a low
Easy
band, is it?
level.
What about Arnold Schwarzenegger? Someone else messaged him.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Easy,
Okay, so
easy.
pick yourself some.
Pick some tougher ones.
Pick some tougher ones. Right. Mrs. Doubtfire I'd quite like at some point. Well, you've just said pick some harder ones.
Yeah.
You've just said pick
To
some
be
harder.
honest, like Ryan's doing some pretty good versions.
Actually, Ryan, you are doing some pretty good ones in our ear. Maybe we could add Ryan to this. Oh my gosh, we could have competitions. We could have an impression team.
Becky's pliers.
Yes. Oh, I love that. I love that so much. Right, Pete. Festive Friday.
Okay,
See you
festive.
there. So £12.95. Congratulations, everyone who's got this. There is still a little bit of a queue, but we'll be with you multi-buyers on this at £12.95 for you today. Okie pokey. I've got. Oh. Round nose pliers. The really, really thin, intricate ones. These are your round nose pliers. Let me get them out for you to have a good look at. These are the ones that you see the guest designers using time and time again. I've never brought these to you before. I'm so excited to now. Have a look. These seriously get right into those squidge bits. Look at the point on those. Is that technical, that?
A bit too technical for me.
Bit too technical, the squidge bits. These are the ones that you see the guest designers using time and time again, because genuinely, could I, Pete, could you do me a huge favour? Could you get me a little bit of wire and then get me the normal round nose pliers? I'll just, because I'll make a loop with the old round nose pliers and these ones, because I want to show you it really is a massive difference, but it's quite hard for you to see. And then you've also got, sorry, I've got to do it with my teeth. Don't open it with your teeth at home. You're a little love, thank you. You've also got a selection of these beautiful, fancy 925 jump rings. 5 of these you're getting your hands on today. Oh, look at that with that hammered detail that you've got on these. 5 of them you're getting of the light mottle effect. These are 21 mil. On these jump rings, decorative 925. You can see that straight away, can't you? Because look at that shine. It's almost sort of making your eyes pop, isn't it? I'll show you a little look at the difference in those round nose pliers in a moment. But do you want me to get the price in first? To give you the opportunity to get it. Your price today, £11.90 is good, but it's not where we're staying. This is loop de loop, 5 pieces of 925, and your sterling and your round nose. Oh, £7.95 for you today. This is an exceptional deal for you. And let me show you the difference with these. So if I go right to the end on these are the standard round nose pliers that perhaps you will get in your normal kit. If I just make you a normal loop on here, do your double loop so you can really get a feel for it. Normally, by the way, just for those jump rings, you'll pay £7.95 just for those. So that's one side with the normal. So you're actually, with this, getting your really, really intricate, really, really fine, I mean super fine chain nose, round nose pliers for free. Let me show you the difference in this. So this is with the really, really, really fine and the really, really large. Right at the tip on both of these. That is a dramatic difference, actually. Take a look. Can you see that difference? You're looking at the main point of at least a good 1.5 mil on that. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Let me show you them next to each other as well. So this is the noses. Let me get them really far in. Can you see how much smaller that tip is, that point? If I hold them together, that is a lot thinner. You can even see, actually, when I just put them next to each other like that. Benny, you're laughing?
No.
Why? Yes, you did. I heard you go, meep. Why is that funny?
It looks like two pelicans having a fight.
Did you hear that? He said, because it looks like two pelicans having a fight. What that does?
Yeah.
Two pelicans.
Maybe not pelicans.
Maybe not pelicans. Oh, he's going back on it now. Oh, yeah. This is by 5 pieces of your 925 with that mottled effect detail in these beautiful, huge 21mm jump rings. And you get your tiny, thin, super fine chain nose pliers for free. Now, Debbie B, these are of course described as your decorative jump rings, aren't they?
Yep.
How would I incorporate this into chainmail?
I've used those a lot. In fact, I've used those quite often on designer inspirations because I've done some chainmail in between. So you can use that either as a round link at the feature point of a necklace and then have chainmail coming off, then have a pendant. Or I've actually linked those together with feasible knots. So you get one ring, then a feasible knot, then one, and you get a really, really contemporary chunky necklace. Or they can just be used on a bracelet. Just link them together as a bracelet, you know? It just can be used in so many different ways. I love them. I've got loads of those. Got about 50 of them at home.
And it is 925 as well. And you know, I like to keep you up to date, don't I, with kind of the prices of silver. From the 10th of this month, the percentage was up 21.6%. From this 20th of this month, so that's what, 4 days ago, it was up 22.3%. That's the latest figures I could find. 22.3% up. That's from the end of March. So that's for the price of silver around the world. Can everyone else hear that weird noise? Oh, right. Yeah,
Motorbike.
It's a motorbike outside.
Yeah, you can't.
Are you sure he's not in the studio? Because it sounds very close. I'm sorry if you could hear that. Someone revving up on their motorbike. Sorry if you could hear that. Gosh, having a whale of a time out there, wasn't he? Blimey. My director Ryan, who is possibly one of the sweetest men you'll ever meet, quite sort of calm, quite relaxed, you know, even he's getting training. You would at least roll it away from a studio before you got on the road. He said, I'm going to have a talk with that man. I'm going to have a strong email conversation with that guy. Oh, 5 pieces of 925. There's loads of you. Again, you've gone off my screen. Congratulations to all of you, because guess what? You're buying 5 pieces of 925, which is up in price around 22.3%, and you're getting free beautiful loop pliers as well. And let's face it, when you've got precision tools like that, like with the precision chain nose that we had earlier, hey, have we still got some of these? We have. When you're working with the precision, have a look. So these are those new ones I brought you earlier on. When you've got precision heads like both of these do, it's really going to give you an intricate, fine point finish. It really, really is. Have we still got some of these left? We have. Could we get the code in, maybe on the bottom of the screen or something in a bit? Just so everyone has the opportunity, because people might have just done the school run and come back in now and gone, what? New? Yeah, these will come on the bottom of your screen in a little bit for you. Those are the new ones, they'll come at the bottom of your screen. So, storage bag. Ooh, it's back in stock with us. I'm not putting it on my head, no. This is your jewellery maker storage bag. I have seen so many people with these. Perfect for polymer, isn't it, Debbie B?
It's perfect for polymer and perfect for gardening.
Yeah.
I love all the little pockets all around it. I think they're just really useful for people that do, especially things like macrame, because you've got lots of pockets for all your different coloured hemp cords and things.
Great one. It's amazing the amount you can get in here. It does fit on your head. Trust me. It does definitely fit on your head. Lots of presenters have tried. I will not, because I'm sure you've all seen it. Let me just show you the amount you can get in there. In fact, let me get my tools in. So look, your tools fit perfectly in these pockets, absolutely perfectly. You can get loads of different tools in there. If you have got your polymer blocks in as well, your polymer blocks fit into these pockets. Loads of space on the inside. You've even got some of your Velcro pockets as well. In fact, lovely Maggie, my beautiful Maggie. She had bought one of these the other day. When she was on the show the other day, she went to the shop, she bought one. She's already got one. She just wanted another one of these bags. She absolutely loves them. They are brilliant. They're really, really fab. Really useful if you're doing your craft stalls. Great for if you're just, you know, popping to your friends for a bit of a jewellery making get together. Very, very handy. Your price today is just £9.95, of course. It is waterproof. It's super, super durable as well. You've got 2 of the lock pockets on there, of the Velcro pockets. And you've got, of the smaller pockets, you've even got a pocket above those as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 pockets that are open and 2 that are closed. So loads in here. It's got the lovely handle as well, so it's not going to dig into your hand, it's not going to cut in. You've got absolutely loads in here to get your hands on. It's back to you today. Storage bag, £9.95 for us today. Now let me squeeze in another couple more, shall I? Toolkit? No. On the other side. Hang on. Oh, bundle. Bundle o' joy. Oh, well, that shell is gorgeous. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh, let's look at these one at a time because I'm absolutely in love. Wow. 3 strands of shell here for you. This here is your black flat coins, 12mm. They are double-sided. Let me show you. So like the abalone that we keep showing you, we again have made this double-sided. Now this is described as your black shell, but look, this is far from it really, isn't it? You've got pinks, greens. You've actually got the abalone colours running through this a lot, haven't you? You really, really have. Beautiful mixture of colours. Slightly more delicate, in fact, than the abalone. So if the abalone is a little bit too impactful for you, then this is going to be great. 12mm on those coins. You've then got the same sort of shape, but a powerful pop of your fuchsia pink. Same size on these, 12mm. Pink shell flat coins, again, double-sided. It's the pink all the way through on these ones. Gorgeous pink sheen that you get off this. And then these are my favourite. Chocolate shell. Chocolate. But they're the hearts. I sounded like I actually had a mouthful of chocolate. Sorry, that's the falafel again. Oh my goodness, these are gorgeous. Do you love them? They are absolutely scrumdiddly-umptious, you're right. Look at them, and they are shells, so they've got that gorgeous sheen running across them. You're kind of missing at points the rainbow that is actually going across these, but there is. Can you see it in areas? You've got the proper rainbow going across. Reds, blues, greens. Look at that middle one. Look how that sheen catches. That's a really good example of what you're getting with this. See it catching there. Oh my goodness, and they are beautiful little hearts. I absolutely adore these. All 3 strands. Are they joking with that title? She sells seashells. Your price today is not £12.85. Your price today is just a tiny, all three, £8.95 for three. How much is that working out per one, please? How much? Because the other day, well, when I've been doing beautiful shell, because these are one of our most popular selections that we've had at the moment. You know, you're absolutely loving shell at this moment in time. It is huge fashion statement. Oh my gosh, it's just like just over £2.50, isn't it? £2.90 something. That is astonishing, absolutely astonishing. And when you've been buying these individually, you'll be likely at looking to pay around £4, £5, £6, £7 each even per strand. £8.95 for you today means you're paying under £3. What do you think of shell? Why do you think people are loving shell so much right now?
I just think it's summer. I just think there's something about the shell that shines, and when you've been on holiday and you've got a bit of colour, that's the one thing that just seems to complement your skin tone when you've got a bit of a tan. I think it's lovely. And also, you can't go wrong with a pretty pink shell. That's a mother and daughter kit, really. To buy it and make something with your young daughter, she can have the pretty pink and you can have the more sophisticated colours. You can split it between the family, really, can't you?
That's super cute. That is a super cute idea. I absolutely adore that. £8.95 for you today. SPGC 98. I've got so much to fit in. Some more shell pearl for you. See, this is my point exactly. I told you I would have loads more shell pearl coming up for you. You're going to see it creeping in and creeping in and creeping in. Another strand of shell pearl here for you now. These are your 12mm rounds. Now, where was that shell pearl I had before? What colour was that in? Was that in a kind of lavender colour? I'm sure that was the same size as this though, wasn't it? It was the same size as these though, wasn't it? So if you got that strand before, actually, it might be nice to add these. These are your shell pearl, 12mm. Your price today is the same as before. Price matching the other strand, £6.95 if you want to get your hands on the lavender ones. Couple left of those. You've still got the opportunity to just call the call centre. They are also 12mm for you today. £6.95 for you. PO86 is the code on these. The great thing with shell pearl is if you want the kind of almost effect of a pearl, but you want it to be a bit more durable, a bit stronger, then this is the one for you because they're not as porous at all. They're not as porous at all. £6.95 for these absolute whoppers. Imagine them as a ring. Hey, do you remember that Tiffany pair of earrings I showed you the other day? Do you remember? These are that size, aren't they? Aren't they? And that Tiffany book that I showed you. Perfect. £6.95 for you on these today. Say that to me again, sorry love. Chain. Meters worth. You know that you were saying about the 925 earlier on and those shapes that you've used before?
Oh, they're lovely.
Could I though?
Yeah,
add chain mail with these as well?
Yeah, you can do.
Because I've got a meter's worth. So you could make yourself some really standout pieces with this, couldn't you?
Of course you could, yeah.
Especially as every alternate ring is an undulating size. Have a proper look. So you've got one ring that is the largest one, and that'll be 22mm. And then you've got the smallest one, which is 18mm. Then 22mm, 18mm, 22mm, and so on and so forth. Let me hold it out. Can you see? You've got the larger one held together by the smaller one. I think this chain's fab. I've not seen this one before. It's only been seen once before, that's why. Back in January. What price are we doing on this, Helena? Yeah, go on, do a cheeky price. Go on. People haven't seen it since January. Come on. I think we should do a price discount. What do you think at home? Are you actually? Yeah, go on. Take it as low as you can. Okay, I love that. I love that. Never ever seen before price. If you want to get your hands on it, how about doing so now? Never seen before price. Should be and has always been. Always been that price. You've never seen this before. Get yourself on the phone lines. Last chance. £5.95 for you today. Whoop whoop. Massive discount on this. A whole meter's worth over this chain. Think of the amount you could do with this. And actually, do you know what this chain reminds me of? You know those kind of, is it the kind of 60s style chain belts that I'm talking about?
I've got one, a long enough strand actually for a belt to go around you. Not me, but you, probably.
Oh, yeah. You've got enough to go around. Yeah.
See, I would probably use those links as bails in polymer clay.
I love, that's really good because they are, and because you've got the alternate size as well.
Really good, love those.
With the bails, because you can bake, of course.
Yep, nice, very nice.
Very nice. Oh, more double buyers than anything. Hello, hey, guess who's back, guys? Patty Menorca's back. Hi, hello. Whoa, I always get in my ear every time. Congratulations, we're going to leave this on screen for a little bit for you. Did we bring those those chain nose pliers back in? We did. Oh, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Just if you want to get your hands on the last few, now's your opportunity. It is our brand new, skinny, mini, teeny, tiny, itsy bitsy, weeny, teeny, pointy nose, baguette pliers. That didn't really work, did it, Debbie?
No.
Be honest with me,
Never
be
mind.
straight.
No, never mind.
They're at the bottom of your screen now, brand new, £4.95. Really, really intricate. How was your challenge?
Loved it, loved it. Still got some left over, but yeah, loved it. Really enjoyed it.
We gave a lovely Debbie B 2 strands of amethyst. We had the faceted drops that were the lighter coloured amethyst that you can see here, and we also had those rounds. Those were the 5mm amethyst rounds that we had in that really deep colouring. How were they to work with?
They were lovely. Really enjoyed it.
Oh wow, I love this. Oh, I love that. How did we create this?
That I just did just on a round piece of 1mm wire, and then just used very fine wire just to wind round. I like that sort of thing in the winter with a polo neck jumper, really, really long, you know, really nice, just simple.
Simple, easy to wear as well.
Yeah, and then the next one to it was just 2 pieces of memory wire with 2 of the earring findings and a couple of the amethyst drops.
And is that 2 continuous loops? Oh, and you've used a toggle clasp on there just for security.
Yeah.
That's really good. Do you mind if I show you the back of this? This is just to show
you
pull
it apart because it automatically goes together.
Look, really perfectly finished off. You've just looped over that memory wire, and then if I show you the front again, so you've got those resting just beautifully. You've also got this really gorgeous drop selection. I adore this kind of
you know me and tassels. I just
love a good tassel.
Yes, I like tassels. I do. I like tassels. I like just like movement in the gemstones. Just like to see them move. I think they're lovely, especially if they're faceted.
Absolutely. I love that you've done this at the front as well. Very clever little touch. Beautiful pair of earrings, incorporating a little bit of the
twisting of the wire. A little like chainmail, but just the wire twisted. Yeah.
That's wonderful. And then I absolutely look at those.
A little stretchy. Yeah, that's
clever, right? Lovely, lovely, Debbie B. What a whale we have had today. Thank you so much.
We've had a good time, haven't we? I see that necklace is going home with you.
No, I'm just wearing it for the purposes of the show. If people have just tuned in, you learn how to make this today. Watch us back. So, Debbie B, lovely lady, when are you on next?
27th
of
July.
This month, in the morning?
Yes.
In the morning. Fabulous. Next chainmail, do we know yet?
Not yet, no. September time.
September,
I think.
there's something. So do stay where you are and keep your eyes peeled for that, and don't forget, watch them back. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've had an absolutely fab time with you. This weekend I've got loads coming up. I have got loads. I'm having a festive Friday. I've got some Viking knit with Laura on Saturday, and I've got Rachel Norris on Sunday. I'm even in on Thursday, but I don't know who I've got. Have a lovely evening. The Late Show is next. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Bye.
We know you jewellery makers are organised, so here at JM Towers, in the height of summer, we are bringing Christmas forward? Join Vicky, Becky and Ed along with designers Linda, Fiona and Janet as we go through a whole day of Christmas inspiration, featuring new products including new moulds, textures